Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/familybirthcenter. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships.
Bennett,
we start
third place game here at the state tournament. Obviously not the one you wanted to play in here today.
Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Breathe in.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
On PSP Network.
And taken away. Here's Mattern by himself on a breakaway. Mattern's got his second and the record in North Dakota for the most goals in a season. Way down to Pamasaki. Shoots and scores. Top shelf for Pamasaki. 2-0 matchup. Rocket out front. Out front of net. Rubach gets sent it to Filling. The blue line. Richardson goes coast to coast. He's down with it.
This is PSP Network digital radio coverage.
A game that nobody wants to play in. A game that everybody still wants to win. Third place is up for grabs at the state high school hockey tournament. And an afternoon matinee between the West Fargo Packers, the number 3 seed out of the East region, and the Minot High Magicians, the number 1 seed from the West. After both of these teams went into semifinal play last night with high hopes, and both teams came out without the chance to play for state championship. Good afternoon and welcome into the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Here we are in the beautiful Grand Forks, North Dakota, joining you live from the second level of the press box at the Ralph, high up top in the rafters. For our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, I'm Nick HULBERG. Thanks for joining me on the call today. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, locations in Monmouth and Bismarck. It's a quick 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. It's quick, it's convenient, they're fast, they're friendly, they do a fantastic job. Not wasting your time or theirs at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Find out more online, VIOC.com. Well, can you believe the high school hockey season is already in the final day? Time flies, doesn't it? It certainly does. And last night, that time was flying for both West Fargo and Minot High with their hopes to be in the state title game. It was two different songs and dances, however, in the semis last night. The time was flying for Red River. Time was flying for Grand Forks Central, is how I'd like to say that. Central was trying to come from behind against West Fargo, who mounted a 3-0 lead in the hockey game. And it was Central that chipped and clawed and fought their way back. They scored in the final 59 seconds of regulation to get in to overtime. And then early in that overtime session, the game winner was scored by Grand Forks Central and Burris to send them back to the state championship game for the 34th time ever. That time, it was like an eternity for West Fargo trying to make their way back into the lead and hang on to that lead, basically. And the time was wearing thin for Grand Forks Central. That lead was blown, and the Packers find themselves here in the third place game. On the other side for the Magi, time was going so fast late in the hockey game, trailing 2-0 to Red River. They had their chances in the hockey game. They turned the tide a bit in the second and in the third, but they just could not find a way to score last night, as it was the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders that held on to a 2-0 lead. They got an empty net goal to make it 3-0, and then they put the nail in the coffin late with the Magi. We're on a 5-minute major power play to finish that game off for RIP. That sets up the state title game tonight that we'll see Grand Forks Central against Grand Forks Red River here at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. And those teams, again, are going to duke it out looking for another championship banner to hang inside the Purpur Arena right across town here in Grand Forks. The Knights look for their 30th ever state title, while Red River looks for their 21st all-time. And again, it's the domination of Grand Forks hockey here at the State High School Hockey Tournament. Other games taking place here at the Ralph Engelstad Arena on this occasion and in the 2025 State High School Hockey Tournament. Look at the brackets brought to you by Ralph's Plumbing and Heating. They also bring you tournament coverage. Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, located in the Magic City. It's Ralph's. Let's start with the boys. And on the opening day, it was Central over Botno Rugby 12-3. West Fargo over Century 5-4 in overtime. Minot handed it to Davies 6-1. And Red River beat Mandan 4-1. That set up the semis last night that we just talked about. Central beat West Fargo 4-3 in overtime. Minot lost to Red River 4-0. Again, setting up Central and Red River in the title game. West Fargo and Minot here for third, the one you're locked into now. Consolation play. Century took down Botno Rugby 4-2 yesterday, ending the Brave season. Mandan beat Davies in a shootout yesterday by a score of 3-2. That sets up Century and Mandan. That game is underway right now at the Eagles Arena. Game time was set for 12 o'clock noon. Championship game tonight will take place in the boys 30 minutes after the girls' title. How is the girls' tournament shaking out to this point in the day with one game remaining in their season? Well, Fargo North took down Fargo Davies. Fargo North South, that is, took down Davies in the opening round 7-0. Bismarck Legacy, Bismarck High beat Mandan 3-1. Grand Forks Central, Grand Forks Red River. The Night Riders lost to West Fargo 2-0. That was an upset. The 7-seeded West Fargo United took down GFC GFRR by a 2-rip score. Minot beat Century 3-2 in the opening round of the quarterfinals of the girls tournament. That set up loser outplay. Mandan ended Davies' season yesterday, and Grand Forks took care of Bismarck Century 4-3. They played their consolation game yesterday for 5th, and it was Grand Forks that beat Mandan 2-0. Semi-final action last night. It was Bismarck Legacy, Bismarck High that went to overtime against Fargo North, and it was the team from the capital city that propelled themselves back into the state championship matchup. West Fargo and Minot needed double overtime yesterday, and it was West Fargo United that took down Minot High School. That sets up Legacy, the number 5 seed, against West Fargo, the number 2 seed, in the state championship at 4:30, roughly 30 minutes after this contest here today. Fargo North and Minot just got done playing for 3rd, and it was Fargo North South, the Spruans, that shut out Minot High 5-0. Minot High with a good year in girls high school hockey, a 4th place finish at the state tournament. The boys trying to see if they can do one better and take a 3rd place trophy home back to the Magic City. We're going to tell you how these teams are going to look to do that here today when we come back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. But first, we'll talk to Jason Bennett, the co-head coach of the Magi, after semi-final performance last night. We'll have his thoughts on how to shut down the best player in the state of North Dakota, Bryce Mattern, who is trying to track down Mike Peluso's record, and very well could do so here today with another big performance. 99 points for Mikey P. We'll tell you what that gap is when we come back after we talk to the Magi coaching staff here on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, live from the Ralph, ahead of Minot and West Fargo for 3rd at the boys high school hockey tournament.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Welcome back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We're joined by the Minot High co-head coach, Mr. Jason Bennett. 3rd place game here at the state tournament. Obviously not the one you wanted to play in here today, but a lot to be proud of this hockey team. Let's go back to last night just a little bit, and your overall takeaway on a hockey game that Minot High controlled the tempo of for a couple periods of play there, but Red River ended up on the winning side of that contest.
Yeah, it's kind of a goofy day, man. There's like 3 overtimes, and it was a long day. And I think the puck dropped at about 9:20, which it dropped for them at 9:20 as well, right? Late start, and I thought we'd come out a little flat, a little timid. I don't think we really haven't seen that kind of speed for the last, month and a half, with the way our schedule kind of worked out. And they took it to us. They were ready to play right away, but I thought we weathered it, and they got that first goal, which was kind of a fluker, and then I think we kind of settled in after that. Luckily, we got a 5-minute power play, and that kind of stopped their momentum. But, we didn't do much on that power play ourselves to capitalize, and, we didn't get a goal. And I thought we played much better in the second. I think through about 10 minutes in the second, I think we gave up 1 shot, but we just weren't generating much either. We were pretty perimeter, and it made it pretty easy on the goalie. Guys weren't getting to the net, but a little pushback in the 3rd from us. But just once again, we didn't get to the dirty areas and do the things we needed to do.
One of the things that I respect most about you and have for your entire career, not only as a player, but as a coach as well, you tell it how it is. There's no excuses coming from Jason Bennett ever. You touched on 2 things. Number one, the home ice advantage, quote unquote, for Red River. They got to be on their own beds and couches yesterday leading up to that game with the long overtimes. And then the strength of schedule just a bit out west, and nothing against anybody out there as far as the build up to a game against a Red River, who's obviously a power in the state. How much of those factors really do you think played into yesterday's win and loss column in that semifinal matchup?
I don't know. I don't think there's any excuses. I mean, like you said, it's the same ice. It's the same. Late start for everybody. Strength of schedule. It's hard for me to be upset with these teams. For a few years there, we were pretty bad. We'd play Central the first game of the year and get beat 10-1, and play Red River and get beat 8-0, and I don't blame those guys for dropping us. Until we get our program where it needs to be, a program like this year where we're competitive with teams in the East. I don't blame them for not wanting to play us, So then you take what you got, and it's I'm not saying the West was the biggest powerhouse this year. I think it was down a little bit. We've had some players at Century and around the region leave, and when you lose a stud, at Bismarck Century or Legacy, it kind of hurts your schedule, right? So, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. I thought we played well enough to win the hockey game. We just didn't score, which is crazy. We'd scored a lot of goals this year, and I didn't think scoring would be an issue. I thought if we'd had to win a 6-4 game, we would have. But, I'm proud of the way the kids defended. We did defend extremely well, and Devin played good. But that's just the way the game goes sometimes.
Yeah, only 17 shots registered for Red River last night, the Minot High team that was shut out for the first time on the campaign. Third place up for grabs here today, and still an opportunity to have another excellent outing at the state tournament. How much would a third place trophy mean to the program here in 2025?
It's good. We won third last year with this group of kids, and I don't know the last time we went back-to-back third-place finishes. I think I've been around for 15 years, and I don't think, even the year after we won state, the year after that we got knocked out the first round. So it'd be good. It's a good group of seniors that they've been in 4 state tournaments now, and they've had some success in the tournament. And you never know how a third-place game's going to go, right? So sometimes you think, the kids are going to pack it in, and then they surprise you and they play really well. And sometimes you think, hey, this is a team we should beat, and then you go out there and you maybe get rolled. So, we got some kids out of the lineup today. We got some concussion issues and some other injuries. So we got some young kids playing, and we got a bunch of seniors who have played most of the year. So it'll give kids an opportunity, and we'll see how it goes.
How do you shut down a kid like Bryce Mattern trying to track down Mike Peluso's record here today? And he's close. It's obviously, it kind of looks like Tom Fillion a little bit out there with the size and the way he plays. Do you key in on him and just try to stick somebody on him all day, or how do you defend a guy like that?
I don't know. We talked about it. Do you have, maybe your best skater just skate around and shadow him? That was a talk even with some of the other coaches before the tournament. And maybe you put more lock and stock into it if it's a championship game. I think we want to go out there and play today. Obviously, you're playing to win the game, but we're going to still do what we do. I think we've defended well all year, and he's a really special player. I got the opportunity to watch him live, and his skill set is amazing. His hands are amazing, and you just got to keep an eye on him, right? You can't let him get behind the D because he kind of tends to do that. He floats a little bit more, and you got to play 3-on-3 down low and be better than their defender and their 2D, and then try to get your chances. Might be a high-scoring game today.
No matter what happens in the contest, Minot High with a heck of a season, a 25-2 mark heading into this final game of the year. You want to just touch on what this year really has been for the program and some of these seniors that have really kind of guided the way for Magi hockey to get back to the top of the ladder in the West region and in the conversation in the state of North Dakota? Yeah, it's been a great group. We've competed, and I think we, minus the game last night, we're 4-1 against the East this season, which is a big accomplishment every year. We played really well in the West region. We beat Roseau for the second time in school history and won that tournament. And it's just a really good group of kids. It means something having kids who are here for 3 years. By the time they're seniors, which we have a number of seniors and a couple 4-year seniors, I think they understand the process. They understand how we do business, and I think the future's bright. Those kids pass that down, and younger kids, underclassmen, see that from the veterans, and it's something to be proud of, man. It's a heck of a season, heck of a record, and obviously we're not playing tonight like we want to, but it'd be nice to come home with that third place trophy. Yeah, it certainly would, and it would be nice to head to the Red Pepper after the game. Did you get any of that while you were here in Grand Forks? I have not yet. It's been a lot of pizza and pasta, but we'll find something good to eat. The wife came to town, so we'll get out somewhere tonight. Yeah, congratulations on a great year and a lot to be proud of for the Magi. Thanks for all of your time this year, and as always, and best of luck today. All right, thanks, Whit. That's Jason Bennett, the co-head coach of the Magi. When we come back to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll break this one down further. It's the Magi, the Packers, for third place at the state high school hockey tournament.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
The ice resurfacers are out and doing a fantastic job here at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. We are just ahead of the third place game at the state high school hockey tournament that features the West Fargo Packers at 18-7. The number 3 seed from the East, coached by Jason Triplett in his second year, taking on Modern High School, the number 1 seed from the West, coming in at 25-2 on the campaign, coached by the assistant coach John Grubb and the co-head coaches Jordan Willard and Jason Bennett. It's a Saturday afternoon at the Ralph. I'm Nick Holberg. Thanks for joining us here for lunch at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. We've made the joke for so many years, being in the Modern High hockey program, that breakfast at the Ralph frankly just isn't any fun. There's nothing good about losing that first round matchup game of the quarterfinals, which the Magi have found themselves so many times playing on Friday morning at the Ralph Engelstad Arena, or at the Purpur, or at the Shields Arena and the Farmers Union Rink in Fargo. And the time that Magi hockey has been around, getting into the quarterfinal round as the number 1 team also wasn't easy to do for the Magicians. They ended a 19-year streak this year of finally being the 1 seed coming into the tournament, winning that West Region tournament here this year. Disappointment last night, and everybody in maroon and gold. However, Modern High gave a valiant effort against a good Red River team last night. This third-place trophy is up for grabs. How do you prepare for it? How do you get up for it? And how do you move forward trying to win this game here today? You heard from Jason Bennett, the Coach's Corner, brought to you and delivered by the UPS store for all your printing and packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store located on South Broadway in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. Modern High is going to be banged up today. They're without Tegan Strand. He took a head contact shot last night in the semifinals, and Tegan Strand had his bell rung. Hopefully Strand is okay, not the way you want to end your senior year, and they're going to miss him today. 34 points for the Magi of the season. They're also going to be without one of their top goal producers, second in the scoring chase for goals on the season. Rylan Rutlick had a upper body injury last night. He's out for today's game as well. The all-region selection for Modern High not in the lineup. That's going to change the dynamic of this game just a bit, because West Fargo has some guns and guys that can go. Bryce Mattern is 3 points away from tying Mike Peluso's all-time record in the state for a single season in point production. Mikey P. from Bismarck High in 1992 had 99 points for Bismarck High that in 24 games. And when you look at that time, Mike Peluso was an absolute monster in high school hockey. His line mate Jeremy Aschheim had the record for the most goals in a single season at 53. Bryce Mattern took care of that record in the opening round of the tournament. Mattern comes into the game today with 57 goals, 39 assists for 96 points. And it's not just a one-trick pony for West Fargo. That top line is good. Ian Scarry, 52 points for him on the campaign, 33 assists and 19 goals. He has been fun to watch. So has Medina. Brody Medina's got a 31-point season. And then they've also got some guys on the back end that can get it done as well. All-region player Noah Bedker, 41 points for him. Alex Arneson, the All-State selection from a year ago, 18 points on the back end. They're a good hockey team. They don't run a whole lot of guys through the lineup. It's kind of 2 lines and off you go. Will that change today in game number 3 in 3 days for Jason Triplett? We're going to find out. For the Magi, the depth has been their storyline all year, along with Mackley Morelli. For the Modern High Magicians, 71 points for Mac on the year. He's trying to get to the top spot ever in a career at Modern High with 189 points in his 4 years at Modern High. That ties Tom Fillion for the all-time mark in North Dakota high school hockey at Modern High School for the record in the program that's been around for 50 years. Mac's also 3 goals away from taking the all-time single-season goal mark. And can he do it today? He's going to have quite a game today. Mac was quiet yesterday. He was shut out by Red River. He was also a bit quiet in the opening round, the quarterfinal matchup, in a 6-1 win against Davies. He had 2 assists on that game. It was Carter Coleman that had 2 goals and 1 assist in the opening matchup. Cole Richardson had 2 and 1, and so did Easton Panasuk. And boy, Panny's been fun to watch, hasn't he? 58 points for Panasuk on the year. That comes to the tune of 22 goals and 36 assists on the season.
Panasonics going to have to be big today for Modern High School as well. Aiden Deal, the all-region D-man, back on the blue line. 34 points for him. Look for him and Pakaluk, that defensive pair, to be busy today, along with Richardson back there. And Lemon, Jace Lemon, has been good in the tournament here this year as well. And then the Young Guns back on the blue line with Deshaw on that back end as well, with Earhart from time to time. I mean, defensively, Minot High is going to have to be assignment sharp today against this unit from West Fargo that's going to come out and try to put the buzzer to the ring level inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena. West Fargo has not had a problem scoring goals on the year. They've scored 144 coming into the contest. That's number 3 in the state of North Dakota compared to the 3.44 they have given up on average per night. 86 total against for the Pack. For Minot High, they've scored 149 compared to the 44 they've given up. Minot High's got the second most potent offense inside the league with scoring 5.96 times per game on average. They've got the number 1 defense and goaltender in the league with a 1.76 goals against coming in here today. So we could be in store for what is a, on paper, pretty darn good matchup. The number 1 defense against one of the best offenses, and you've got some highlight end players and some next level guys. I believe Mr. Hockey is on the ice here today, and Mac Morelli, he's up against the goaltender Forsberg from Devils Lake. And Brody Forsberg's had quite a career. He had a good year for Devils Lake High School, and the Firebirds on a team that didn't qualify for the state tournament. Forsberg finishes his year for Devils Lake with a .327 goals against and a .913 save percentage. Morelli 71 points. Does that trump what Forsberg has done? That's a question we're going to find out after the state title game here tonight. Minot High comes to the ice surface, waiting on the arrival of the West Fargo Packers. Before we take our final break on the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, let's look at the goaltender matchup. It's brought to you by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education. Yeah, Minot State, MSU grads get jobs, period. Starting in goal today for the West Fargo Packers. Looks like Michael Jacobson is the first out of the gate here today for the Packers. Jacobson's gone 6-1 inside of this campaign. 87% save percentage and a .313 goals against average. We saw Norton play last night for West Fargo, and Norton was good without question against Central last night. However, he's not the first out of the gate and not the one that stretches out of the blue paint. It's number 30, Michael Jacobson. From Minot High School, they go back with Devin Keller. Keller's gone 23-1. He's got the best record in the state with a 1.4 goals against average and a .912 save percentage. 91% of the shots he sees, he'll stop them. And he gives up 1.4 on average per game. He goes against Michael Jacobson here today at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Official introductions take place at the Ralph. When we come back, we will have our opening face-off brought to you by 701 Realty. 701 Realty, excuse me. That happens next here on the PSP Network.
Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
for state hockey digital radio coverage on PSP Network.
And taken away. Here's Mattern by himself on a breakaway. Mattern's got his second and the record in North Dakota for the most goals in a season. Way out of Panasaki. Shoots and scores. Top shelf for Panasaki. 2-0 matchup. Rubach out front. Down in front of the net. Rubach gets sent into filling. The blue line. Richardson goes coast to coast. He's down with it. Takes it. Gets it. Goes it home. Richardson scores.
This is PSP Network digital radio coverage.
And Passanak at another forward position, number 15, Finley Bentz.
Well, there you hear the official
line,
introductions 21. Inside of the Ralph Engelstad Arena on the afternoon matchup for third place in the 2025 Boys State High School Hockey Tournament. The teams are on the ice. They are set and ready for the showdown today. Third place hardware up for grabs. I opened the show today talking about how this is a game that nobody wants to play in. You have the hopes of winning a state championship. You get so close. Both teams were right in it last night. West Fargo went to overtime with Central after they had a 3-0 lead. Mountain High went down early to Red River, 1-0 in the first. It was 2-0 after 2, and in the third, Mountain had their chances. They certainly gave it everything they had, but it was the Riders that ended up with 2 empty net goals to win 4-0 yesterday. Now, how do you step up on the Saturday afternoon affair here at the State Hockey Tournament? Mountain High trying to win third for back-to-back years. West Fargo trying to see if they could put their name into the record books with a third-place finish here at the Big Dance. Mountain High is in white here on the afternoon. They've got maroon helmets, pants, and gloves on. It says Minot on the chest from the top right of the shoulder down to the left side on the top of the belly. Magi trimmed out to their Vegas gold. West Fargo was in all dark green today. Green helmets, pants, and gloves. Says Packers across the front of the chest with a number on the belly. One black stripe on the elbow, around the waist, down the side of the pants, on the socks as well, and then on top of that black stripe on each side, there's 2 white stripes. We'll have our opening draw at center ice, brought to you by 701 Realty and Andrew Goodmanson. 701 Realty for all your real estate needs. It's 701 Realty. Find them online, 701realty.com. Face-off at center, controlled by the Magi, and we are underway for third place action at the state tournament here on the PSP Network. Nick HULBERG on the call here from the Ralph. Thanks for joining me on a Saturday afternoon here for high school hockey and the final day of the season. Puck comes into the Mountain High end. Back underneath the goal line. Panasuk tried to work it away. Shot came in from the near wall. Keller goes down. He'll hang on to it, as Richner fired it towards the net, and Keller didn't have any trouble with the first one that he saw here in the hockey game. 29 seconds in, scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. For all your personal and business banking needs, it's BNC.bank. Top units out now for the Packers against Mountain High's top unit. Here's Mattern with the puck. Sends it out front. Scary in front of the Mountain High goal. It's going to be spun out of there. Finley Bentz tries to send it away up into the neutral ice territory, but it's the Pack that put it right back in Mountain High's end. Now Mac Morelli with it. Morelli lead pass. Got it to Panasuk. Up into the offensive zone. 1-on-2 for Panasuk. Lost a handle on the puck as he stick handled in. And now it's the Packers and Mattern that pick it up here. How much gas is left in the tank for both of these teams? Certainly for West Fargo, the amount of minutes that Mattern, Scary, and Medina have played in this tournament has been mesmerizing, frankly. They've only ran 2 lines pretty much this entire time. And I'm telling you right now, it's a Packer team that has guns. Do they have gas left here today? Earhart make it Thompson here on the near wing. Moves it back away to Lemon onto his own end. Went off of Coleman. It comes all the way down. We have an icing on the play. And that icing is brought to you by all of the tournament sponsors that bring you state tournament coverage, including Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, along with the Goalie Glove Guy, goalieGloveGuy.com. We take your gloves from bricks to butter Lamoureux Hockey, Evolution Completion, also bringing you tournament coverage along with People's State Bank, Broadway Pharmacy, Century Eyewear, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Tollefson's Carpetland celebrating 100 years. And the Minot Blue Line Club, we can't thank them all enough for their continued support and sponsorship of our mission of promoting local athletes here on the PSP Network. Packers sent it down underneath the Minot High goal from center, but they were 2 feet on the left side of the red line, dumping it down to the right. That means that there's an icing on the play. That one's brought to you by our friends at BSN. They create personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment, uniforms, and coaches apparel to fan wear, branding, and more. It's BSN. Offensive zone face-off for the Magi. Schmeichel comes out of the corner with an on-angle shot fired in. Loose in front of the net, still loose out in front of the blue paint. Comes up to the point. It's going to be taken by the Packers up into Minot High territory now. Down with it. Peterson sends a shot in, missed the net. Transition back to center. 3-on-3 drill. Thompson's in with it, trying to feed it out front to Hagenau. And now it's Thompson that retrieves off the end boards. Here's Thompson all the way back up to the point. Moved it across forward, but it's taken by the Packers and cleared out. Touched by the Magi and Deshawn. He's back into his own territory to pick it up here. Here's Oliver Deshawn back in behind the Minot High goal to the near wall. Sent away, comes off the player. Brady Groves up to center. Magi have Hagenau with it up at neutral ice with a backhand. He sends it in. Packers bring it right back out. No, they don't. It's held in at the line by the freshman Earhart. Moved it away to Groves on the near wing. And now at the half wall, Minot High will dump it down underneath the net. Hudson Cope giving chase over there on the far side. Deshawn will hold it in on the clear attempt there from the pack. Taken by West Fargo. Now it came from Petrick. Down this comes for another icing. Here with 14:04 to play in the first. Scoreless on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Well, it's tournament time on the PSP Network, and we have an action-packed schedule coming your way. Not only today with the girls' Region 3 and 4 AB qualifier on PSP Plus. Here comes a drive right off the draw. Out of the tape for Groves. He fired it on the net to the first stop was made there by Michael Jacobson. The West Fargo netminder that got the call here today, playing in his 8th game of the season. It's been Gavin Norton that's been the guy that's carried the workload for West Fargo. And in the first 2 rounds of this tournament, however, Jacobson gets the call here today. Next week, we move to WDA basketball from the Event Center in Bismarck. You can watch all 22 games on the PSP Network. Also have district coverage of District 6 and 8 boys basketball. Then we start region tournaments. Play for Class A and B the following week. State Super A radio coverage coming your way from Fargo. State Single A girls basketball coverage. We'll have the State A and B boys on PSP Network as well. Try keeping all that straight. I'm telling you, it's a lot going on as the year is starting to wind down. Winding up here is Mattern into the offensive zone. Took it down underneath the Minot High goal. Ridden off on the play. The nice defensive play coming there from Deschamps to center. It comes. Finley Bentz moved it off to Morelli. 3-on-1 Magi. Morelli's in. He fires down onto the pillows. Jacobson makes the save as Mack sent it in. 3rd shot of the hockey game. And the Packer netminder hung on to it. Face-off will come on his glove side. Mac Morelli coming in to this matchup here today has 71 points here in this senior campaign. He's been frustrated here in the tournament. Lead pass comes up to Mattern. In on the one-on-one against Pakaluk. Got a shot away on Keller. Scarry sends it out front. Mattern by himself in front of the paint. Oh, Keller goes down. And Keller makes a save on Bryce Mattern in front of the Minot High goal. Biggest save of the game so far for Devin Keller on the second shot. That's not the guy you want out in front by himself. Bryce Mattern looking for point number 97 on the season. You heard me right. He's got 96 coming into the showdown. He's 2 away from Mike Peluso's all-time record that's been standing strong since 1992. Harrison Aid from Botno got close a few years back. Can Mattern get it today? Keller's saying, I hope not, and he's going to do what he can for the Magi to shut him down. Minot High has Morelli trying to track down some Minot High program records in this contest today as well, as the puck Comes back into Modern High's end. Deal back on the near wall. Has Medina on top of him. Then Deal's going to be plastered by Medina. Puck comes right out in front of the Magi goal. Look out. Keller, big pad save. Kick the pillow out. And Devin Keller goes down. Makes the save. Collects the rebound and hangs on to it as Mattern was buzzing again out front. Shots have evened themselves out at 3-3. And Keller coming up with some big-time saves here. 11:56 to play in the first scoreless hockey game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. How in the world is Devin Keller not on the all-region team for the West? I don't give coaches a hard time. I don't question coaches. Everybody's got their own philosophy on how that works. This is one that I have to question. There's no doubt about that. Puck comes back up to center now for the Packers. They're going to move it forward up into the offensive zone. And back in front of the Modern High goal. There's going to be a delayed call coming, and it's going to be on the Magi, I do believe here. Power play is going to come out. It's a roughing on Coleman. And for the first time today, West Fargo will see themselves on the Serve Pro power play. A power play that clicks at 26.6%. They go against Modern High's penalty kill at 82%. Fifth best power play against the fifth best penalty kill in the league. They go toe-to-toe here with 11:31 to play in the opening period. Nobody on the board yet, but West Fargo's got the chance now. How that works on the region selections and the all-region players, the coaches vote on it. You can't vote for your own players, so it's voted on by the coaches around the conference. And inside the conference, the coaches from the opposing teams, Modern High this year, didn't deem the Devin Keller being perfect on the year with an unbeaten record and a 1.4 goals against average. A 90% save percentage all season long wasn't good enough. Huh? Puck comes back away on the far side wall. Defensive zone here for the Packers. They're going to pick it up and now carry it up to center in offensive territory. Here's a drive that came in. Oh, we've got a brawl happening back in behind the play. Richardson on top of Arneson. They continue to duke it out, and then coming in for the Packers was Betker. He gives Richardson a shot, now another. And Richardson's on his way to the box. Is it just going to be Richardson that goes in here? I'd be shocked if that was the case. Then Morelli comes over. He's got a conversation for Clement. Richardson was completely tied up on that play with Betker. They're only taking one here. Richardson's going to go to the box. After the play, Richardson got decked and taken down after that whole altercation. Jordan Willard, Jason Bennett want to have a conversation with the head official here. Mac Morelli talking to the official as well. Official doesn't come over to the Modern High bench, but now it's a 5-on-3 Serve Pro power play here for the next minute 17. West Fargo's got the guns out. Modern High has Pakaluk out there with Morelli and Deal. It's Skarioff, the draw that wins it back to the point. Packers work it back up to the line for Josephson. Worked away down to the near side. Mattern brings it up to the top of the point. Mattern goes for a stroll, sends it near side. Hit on Keller. Keller makes the save. Pakaluk sweeps it out, and it comes out to neutral. How do you not take both of them in that altercation, or at least the third man in on that play is my question. Doesn't matter either way because we're already playing on the 5-on-3. Down with it is Betker, spinning away at the goal line. Betker back up to the point, connects here with Josephson. Now Mattern, top of the circle near side. Mattern takes a look down towards the net. Mattern still surveying, dropped it away far side for Betker at the half wall. Betker brings it back to Josephson. Oh, the puck escapes the zone. Got over the tape of 10 and Green. He's going to have to regroup back at center. And now the Packers will set it up and bring it in. Mattern moves it across. Scary out front. Fires. He shoots and scores. Ian Scary fires. And it's a power play goal for West Fargo. They lead 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Scarry with a rocket of a shot. And a power play goal. Scarry's got another one on his campaign. And for the young man, Ian Scarry, that's his 20th goal of the year and his 53rd point of the campaign. Packers go up 1-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Shot came in on goal. Jacobson made the save. Mattern's now 2 away from Mike Peluso's all-time mark here with 9:30 left in the first period.
Scoring for West Fargo, number 5, Ian Scarry. With an assist to number 7, Bryce Mattern.
Mattern's got it up top.
Power play goal.
Taken away by Marsland. Short-handed is Marsland. He's going to go coast to coast with it. Marsland skates it down, puts the shot on. Finley Bentz out front. Oh, save from Jacobson. Loose in the paint. Now you better hang on tight. There's more pushing and shoving here as the boys will be boys again in this contest. It's heated up right now, no question about it. To now Betker's going to go to the box on the penalty here. Betker not happy with the call coming on the play. We're going to stay at 4-on-4 for 21 seconds. Then the Magi will go on their first Serpro power play of the hockey game after this 21-second time on the clock expires now. Face-off on the blocker side of the goaltender, Jacobson. Shots are 6-5, mounted high. They've got the shot advantage, but West Fargo's got the 1-0 lead, courtesy of Scarry's power play tally. Puck's handled here by the Packers in their own territory. It's Arneson skating backwards, and Arneson will work it back into the hands now of Bradall. Bradall works it back to Arneson, far wing. He was an all-state selection a year ago, and he skates into the zone. Morelli in after him. Morelli's got him tied up on the far wing. Puck comes back away for the Magi, and Pakaluk near side down to Deal. And Deal moves it up to center where he feeds it off there to Pakaluk. Then Morelli touched it. Comes back away now here to West Fargo in their own end. They're going to try to work it up to center here. They're going to regroup now, and carrying it back behind his own net is Bradall, or at least towards the net, spins it up to center. Mounted high goes to full strength. They are now on the Serpro power play with 8:22 to play in the opening period. Magi back in with it. Here comes Morelli. Into the zone for Mac Morelli. Bumps it back over to Coleman. Coleman's interrupted on the play, and out it comes from Wigstrand. All the way down in on Keller. Keller leaves it out in front of the net here. Into the hands for Deal. 8 minutes on the dot to play in the opening period. Monet's power plays out for 50 seconds as Morelli will carry it in. Here's Mac Morelli waiting and spinning now off to the wall. Brings it back to the point for Deal. Back to Morelli up top. Trying to feed it across for Panasuk. Right out of the tape for Josephson. And Josephson carries down into Magi territory. In on the help here for the Packers is Kaysen. Tried to feed it back to Josephson, but it's taken by Deal up the far side wall and up to center. It's Deal that brings it in. Deal spins it back over far side. Finley Bentz. Pocket picked by Clement. Clement takes it. It's going to be taken and fired back away behind the Packer goal. Richardson holds it in. Back to Deal. Up at the point. Sent in. Loose in front. Still loose. Comes back into the hands now of Camarillo, and he's going to sail it to the other side of the ice and all the way down 200 feet. That will do it for the Magi Serpro power play. Packers go 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Mounted High goes 0 for 1 in the early portion of the game as we are down to 7 to play in the first period. Richardson's in. He fires a shot, and it went up and out of play as it was tipped out in front. 6:57 to go in the first period. 1-0 Packers lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Glad to have you aboard from the Ralph Engelstad Arena here on a Saturday afternoon as we will hand out hardware for a third-place trophy today. This puck comes all the way down on the Hail Mary pass there for the Packers, intended for Mattern. And it's an icing on the play. Girls championship game comes up next, followed by the boys title bout. Red River and Central will play for the boys championship again. Somebody will end up with either their 30th all-time crown or their 21st. Either way, Grand Forks is going to get number 50 tonight. Collectively between the Riders and the Knights. The Knights are the ones that have 29 coming in to the championship game here this evening. Two good hockey teams. They were beatable. Both of them were this year. Schmeichel off the draw, fires in. Pad save, Jacobson. Puck's going to be taken and flipped out to center ice. Comes into the hands on the near wing offensive zone for Medina. He's plastered on the play there by Richardson. And now it's Coleman that's going to try to carry it up to center for the Magi. Scarry takes it from him. Loops it down into the corner, but it goes up and out of play. Souvenir finds a fan with 6:34 to play here in our opening period. It's 1-0 Packers on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Yeah, they were both beatable in my mind, seeing from the years past. There's been times where both of those programs and teams are frankly unbeatable. You're just not going to touch them. This was a different year, however, where Red River and Central were both taken to the wire just a bit. 4-0 was a deceiving score in the Minot High Red River game last night. Matter's in with it, backhand shot. He shoots and scores. Oh, we got an all-out Donnybrook after the goal now as we've got a line brawl back in behind the net of Devin Keller, Richardson, Morelli, Panasucker in there. Matter's in there with Scarry. Matter's got words there for Devin Keller. They're going to ring Mattern up on this play. Mattern is now 1 point away from Mike Peluso's all-time record after he just went down and scored again. And the Packers lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard 2-0. Scarry's into the box. Mattern goes into the box. Will Minot have a 5-on-3 coming here on this play? Well, I wish they would show it again on the video board up top. Mattern makes it 2-0. Scarry got the first, Mattern got the second. Now the conversation happening here at center ice with three of the Packers, Panasuck and Finley Bentz. The officials are in the referee circle over on the far side in front of the penalty box. Mattern and Scarry are the only two that are in the box right now after the altercation. I mean, it was a full-on Donnybrook back in behind the Magi goal after Mattern tucked it in for goal number 58 on the season. I mean, this kid is unbelievable to watch. I've been watching the numbers all year long. I have not had a chance to see him live on the campaign. And I'm telling you right now that he is as advertised. This young man is the best player in the state of North Dakota. There's no question about that. And now he's again 1 point away from tying Mike Peluso's all-time record in the state of North Dakota for the most points in a single season. He's got 98 points right now with 1 goal, 1 assist in the hockey game, and that last one was pretty with a capital P. Officials come together. They've got the decision over at the referee circle. Penalty box door still not open for the Magi. Scarry and Mattern are still in the box here for the Packers. Now Coleman's going to make his way over to the over to join his West Fargo competitors here in the opposing penalty box. They've got words for each other as Coleman sits down and has words for Scarry and for Mattern. Officials for today's game, by the way, are Dennis Bedot and Blake Atkins. Dan Emery's on the lines here today with Riley Bieberdorf. Dennis Bedot comes over and has the conversation with the Minot High coaching staff. 5-minute major goes up on the board here for West Fargo. No penalty time up on the clock for Minot High. Is that 5-minute major on Mattern or is it on Scarry? That's the question. Either way, the opportunity for the Magi couldn't be greater at this point. The two best players are in the box here for the Packers. They have not put the goal on the board yet inside the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Up here on the top of press row with Bob Gillen. Bob, there's no question that that was a goal, correct? It should be 2-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Definitely a goal They will face it off at center. They just haven't put it on the board just yet. 6:22 to play here in the first. Or is it not going to be a goal? Dennis Bonneau still having that conversation. There's a lot of confusion on the ice as Dennis Bonneau is going back into the West Fargo end. The other official up at center. It is Mattern from Scarry. Yes, West Fargo got the goal they deserved there without a doubt. But the ServPro power play is out for the next 5 minutes for the Magi here with 6:22 to play in the first. I don't know if there's an issue with the clock or the operator's just taking a nap. They haven't started the clock yet. Puck comes back away to the near side at the line. Morelli up top. Comes away to Deal. Fires it in. Jacobson makes a save and he hangs on tight to it. Down to 6:17 to play here in the opening period. Scarry and Mattern are in the box for West Fargo. Coleman in the box for the Magi. And that ServPro power play. Time wearing off the clock as they get the clock set. And right now with 4:48 to 5-minute major power play time. And 6:09 left here in the first. I wish they would make the call on what the penalties were here. Still haven't heard it from the PA just yet. Modern High is going to take the puck up to center here now as it's handled by Morelli. He's into the zone, hits the brakes on the near wing. Takes it up top, down a Deal. Sends it over to Panasuk, far side. Panasuk wheels it back across the zone at the blue line. Panasuk surveying here. He's just going to try to take it back up to Morelli. Went off the skate there of the D-man Camarillo. Morelli puts it underneath the goal now. Way to the far wing. Here's Panasuk. Shuffles it up top to Deal. Morelli's got it end of lane. Morelli sends it back to Panasuk. Fires, blocked out again. Comes back away now to Deal. Hopped over his tape and back at center. Modern High will have to regain control and bring it back in. That's what Morelli does now as he hits the brakes. Here's Morelli up top. Works back over to Panasuk. Panasuk sends it across. Tried to feed Finley. Benz through traffic it went. And Benz has it down here underneath the half wall. Benz goes back away to Panasuk far wing. Back at the point now. Deal's got it. Gives it to Morelli. He'll walk in with it. Morelli toe drag. Fired save out front. Take it back to the line. Deal holds it. Comes back away now to Finley Benz. Benz has it at the half wall. Near wing. Left side of the radio dial. Benz will fire in. And the stop is made as Jacobson goes down and hangs on to it. Here's the 5-minute major was on Ian Scarry for face masking. 5-minute major on the face mask call. Coleman and Mattern both got penalties. Coleman for roughing, Mattern for slashing. Those two penalties canceled each other out. And Scarry's 5-minute face mask is where the Magi find themselves on the ServPro power play for the next 3:26. Puck comes up to center now for Pakaluk. Had to regroup here, sent it over to Richardson. Richardson on the near side. Back in his own end, now crosses over his own blue stripe, brings it up over the North Dakota stamp at center. Richardson goes down with it. He'll survey, sends it out front for Schmeichel, loose in the slot, taken away back by Richardson. Center slot, he's going to take it and fire loose in front. On a tee now, here's a drive. Bradley shoots and scores. Easton Bradley got it on the doorstep. What a time for his second of the year. Modern High's got their first goal in the third place matchup. It's now a 2-1 game on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. ServPro power play goal for the Magi on this 5-minute major. They get one on the ServPro 5-minute major. Looking to see if they can get more as Coleman comes out of the box. So does Mattern. Scarry's still in there. Oh, geez, well, Pete, a little late on the goal call here. Back into the offensive zone. It comes down for Panasuk. Way on the near side wing. Back up to the point. Deal's got it. Deal went off to Morelli. Back up to Deal. Far side. Panasuk handling here. Under 4 to play in the opening period. Deal up top, back to Morelli. He'll walk down, toe drag, fired, save. Loose in front, Cope scrubbing for it. Morelli scrubbing for it as well. Now Cope's going to have a pushing match coming here as he and Bradall come together as the Magi went crashing into the goal.
Scary, major grabbing the face mask. Penalty time 10:38. Also at 10:38, coincidental minors on number 7, Bryce Mattern, 2 minutes roughing. Then Minot's number 17, Carter Coleman, 2 minutes for roughing.
How about the Magi goal? Back up top it comes now here for Deal. He's got it worked away back to Morelli. Morelli back to Deal at the center point. Got it back to Morelli. He's down. He fires. Mack shoots and scores. We're tied at 2 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard as Mac Morelli guns it to the back of the net. And Morelli finds his first goal of the tournament here in the third place matchup on the Serve Pro power play. Monmouth High gets another one on the Serve Pro man advantage, and they work with 2:05 left with the extra attacker. Morelli down at the goal line. Offensive zone now as Morelli trying to work it away to the near side. Back up to the point. Comes back away down a Deal. Fired back up to center all the way out it comes. This one's going to roll down on Keller. Well, the PA guys about 2.5 minutes behind here. 1:35 left on the Serve Pro power play as Morelli's down with it out in front. Morelli fed it towards the net. Then Thompson sends it back out front. Here come the Packers back up to center. Here's the goal call on the Morelli tally.
Number 14, Aiden Deal. That's Morelli from Deal.
Morelli from Deal, and Mac Morelli becomes the all-time point producer at Monmouth High School with his 190th career point for Monmouth High, surpassing Tom Fillion. Congrats to Mac Morelli. What a feat that is. He's going to come back into his own territory to regroup it here. Cycles it back up over center now as he just takes a stroll with it. Morelli will make his way into the zone over on the glove side of Jacobson. We're tied at 2 with 2 on the dot to play here in the opening period. Panasuk back to Finley Bentz. Morelli calling for it on a tee. Soons it in. Max got his second on a rocket from the line. Oh, baby, what a goal. Monmouth High's got a 3-2 lead. And another Serve Pro power play tally. The best power play in the state has 3 of them on the Scary 5-minute major. And Morelli's got back-to-back goals here. And Monmouth's got their first lead since Friday night. Oh, that was a blast from Mac Morelli. And Monmouth's up by a tally on 3-2 with 1:57 to play here in the opening period. 36 seconds remains on that 5-minute major Serve Pro power play. 40% of the time, the Magi score on the man advantage, and on this 5-on-3, they've got 3 of them. Richardson wants to make it 4 now. He'll skate down with it. Richardson fired it off the pipe. Comes back down to Hagenau. Hagenau on the near side wing. Work back up to Richardson, sent far side, into the hands of Lemon, bounces through. Jacobson got a piece of it, comes back away underneath the goal line here. It's going to be taken by Hagenau back behind the net. And Tate Hagenau works it away on the near side wall. Hagenau still has possession. Scari's out of the box, and West Fargo is now back to 5-on-5. Richardson up at the line. Richardson took a stick there from Medina. Still down on the play, and now face-off coming back in the West Fargo zone here, I think. I believe it was an offsides. On Monmouth High, was it? I'm not sure. Now the call is a hand pass, actually, on the Magi. And the face-off will come back down in Magi territory to the left of Devin Keller. 1:15 to play in the first. 3-2. Monmouth's got the lead. Monmouth's got a 15-6 shot advantage. Minot outshot Red River last night. They outshot Fargo Davies in the opening round as well. Minot won in the opening matchup at the state tournament against Davies 6-1. Lost 4-0 with a pair of empty netters last night to Red River. Up to center ice, the Magi will push here as it comes away down to Panasuk. Trying to go to Morelli again. Here's Mac Morelli down into the zone, and Morelli goes underneath the net with it. He's got a pair of goals in the hockey game. Sent out front, trying to feed Panasuk, but it's taken here by Arneson, and Arneson starts the motor out to center. Alex Arneson walked it down, hit the stick there of Finley Bentz on the pass attempt and went up and out of play. Souvenir finds a fan with 51.8 left here in the first period. Minot leading 3-2 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Big thanks to the Minot Blue Line Club. Broadway Pharmacy, save time. It's down to the penalty box by using their drive up at Broadway Pharmacy, 100% locally owned. Want to thank People's State Bank as well for bringing you tournament coverage with Ralph's Plumbing and Heating. And Lamoureux Hockey, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, and others. 39 seconds to play here in the opening period. Puck's out in front of the Magi goal. Comes back away now to Panasuk. Tried to reverse it back to the near side. Mattern was waiting for it there. Then Mattern sent it back up to the point. All the way down to his own end of the ice surface. He's going to have to regroup here with company from the Packers. And Betker's the one that starts the motor now. Betker got it up to Mattern. Into the zone. Betker. Betker and Morelli having a conversation. That conversation continuing here. Mac Morelli playing with some aggression today at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Betker and Morelli still having that conversation. You love the way that Mac Morelli plays with an edge. There's no doubt about that. It's his brother Mason. NHL contract coming out of the Minot hockey program. Played for the Magi his early days before moving on to play for the Toros and then the Fargo Force. Morelli's going to be on his way. Little brother will be on his way to another level of hockey coming up next year, I'd have to assume, if that's what he wants to do. He's definitely got the ability. We're going to have more here now as Scarry. Here comes Mac Morelli in on Scarry, and Scarry and Mattern having themselves an afternoon here, trying to get under the skin of the Magi, and the Magi doing just the same. And the bad news is when that starts to happen, you better buckle up tight. It's going to be rough and tumble here today at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. We're going to go out with a bang, I guarantee you that. We've already had a 5-minute major for a face mask and a borderline all-out brawl behind the net after a West Fargo goal. Might have ended up with 3 power play goals on that 5-minute major. Both teams are exiting the ice surface, and both teams looking to talk to the officials after that first period of play. More fireworks coming from the Ralph in this third-place game here today. Minot's got themselves a 3-2 lead over West Fargo after one period. I wouldn't go anywhere just yet. This is going to be a fun afternoon of high school hockey for third at the state tournament. Magi trying to go back-to-back with a third-place trophy. West Fargo trying to spoil that here today. We're through one. Minot's got 3. West Fargo's got 2. We'll tell you how they did it when we come back to the Magic Towing First Intermission Report.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
.3-2 hockey game. Mountain High's got the lead at the end of one period played. And it's starting to feel a little western in here this afternoon. Not talking WDA hockey. I'm talking an old school gunfight about to break out here today as Mountain High and West Fargo have had some bad blood in the first 17 minutes, and it boiled over towards the end of that first period. You better buckle up tight. This one could be a real war as we continue down the stretch into the second. Welcome into our Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing, proudly bringing you today's matchup on the PSP Network and the intermission report. They also deliver $50 off when you mention PSP Network. Again, Magic Towing, proud to bring you the intermission. Well, that opening period of play, a little bit of a roller coaster ride to say the least. Mountain High had the shot advantage when it was all said and done at 15-7. But when you look at how the period started, it was West Fargo that took a 2-goal lead. First on the power play, it was Ian Scarry from Bryce Mattern and Noah Bedker. This came at 7:11 of the opening period, and the Packers were off and rolling early from the Ralph here today in this third place matchup. Green, he's going to have to regroup back at center, and now the Packers will set it up and bring it in. Mattern moves it across. Scarry out front, fires. He shoots and scores. Scarry gets the first of the game at 7:11, and then at 10:38, Mattern gets another one on his season point total in the goal category. And I'm telling you right now, this kid has been something special on the season, hasn't he? He has dominated coming into the North Dakota high school hockey season. And where he's at right now, trying to track down Mike Peluso. He's officially 1 point away from tying Mike's all-time record. Again, coming into the showdown here today, he had 57 goals. This is number 58 on the campaign here for Bryce Mattern. Taken to the wire just a bit. 4-0 was a deceiving score in the Minot High Red River game last night. Mattern's in with it. Backhand shot. He shoots and scores. Oh, that was a pretty one, and it was crafty. That made it 2-0 in favor of West Fargo at that point. Again, midway through the period. And then we see Minot High get their first goal of the game. It was Easton Bradley on the power play after the Packers took the 2-0 lead. Right after that goal, by the way, it was Mattern and Scarry that went to celebrate. And then there was a big Donnybrook back in behind Devin Keller, the Minot High netminder. 4-for-4 scrum back there. Scarry was awarded a 5-minute major for face masking. Carter Coleman went in for roughing, and then Mattern slashed the goaltender Keller on his way back by Keller after the altercation. Minot High ended up with a 5-minute major power play, and they made the Packers pay. First one came from Easton Bradley, his second goal of the year. The assist went to Cole Richardson. Time of this one was 12:41, and the power play was off and moving for the Magi, bringing it back within a goal. Loose in the slot, taken away back by Richardson. Center slot, he's going to take it and fire loose in front. On a tee now, here's a drive. Bradley shoots and scores. Bradley puts it into the net for the second time this year. And then Mac Morelli, the Giant, has been awoken, the top player in the West region and the number 2 point producer of the state, gets back-to-back tallies. The first one at 13:27. Comes down here for Deal. He's got it worked away back to Morelli. Morelli back to Deal at the center point. Got it back to Morelli. He's down. He fires. Mac shoots and scores. Mac Morelli shoots and scores, and Mac Morelli becomes the all-time leading point getter in a career at Minot High School, surpassing Tom Fillion. 190 points now for Mac Morelli in his high school campaign. Second one coming here at 15:03. It was Finley Bentz that assisted on the third straight power play goal for the Magi. To Finley Bentz. Morelli calling for it on a tee. Sends it in. Mac's got his second on a rocket from the line. Oh, baby, what a goal is right. Mac Morelli has his second goal of the game. And for Mac, that's goal number 37 on the year. And point number 73 on the campaign for Minot High School. Is, again, the first one was scored by Bradley. Cole Richardson had the assist on the play. Mac has found a way now to surpass Tom Fillion with 191 total points. 3 goals away for Mac Morelli on the all-time single-season goal mark. He's 3 away from having that record all-time with the 2 goals here today for Mac. What does that do for him? Well, let's take a look at it right now as this chase is on. And when Mac Morelli came into the season this year, I didn't think that many people thought that he was going to track down many of those records. There was maybe a shot that he could. We knew he was going to have a good year, but a 73-point campaign is quite a few. Single-season goal record is held by John Grubb at 38 in a season. Mac Morelli is now again up to 37. Mac has a chance to pass John Grubb, or at least tie him here in this hockey game today for the single season most goals in a single season. Mac moves from a tie with Quinn Filling at 35 up to second, surpassing Tom Fillion for second to the single season goals. Single season points for Mac Morelli. He had 69 coming into the tournament. He's up to 73 now, and that moves him to number 4 all-time in single-season points. The record is Quinn Filling at 77. Jordan Willard had 76 back in the 2004-2005 campaign, and Tommy Boy Tom Fillion had 75 back in 91-92. So Mac's got the career goals at Minot High all-time, and he's now got the career points for the Magi as well. Congratulations to Mac Morelli, trying to bring home some third-place hardware today at the state tournament. We are 2 minutes away from the start of the second. The Packers and the Magi colliding here on the PSP Network I wouldn't go anywhere. This one feeling a bit more like a junior A game than a high school hockey contest with some of the rough and tumble that we've seen in the extracurriculars. I would guess we'll have more after we face it off of the second next here on PSP.
For over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
It's time for State Hockey Digital Radio coverage on PSP Network.
And taken away. Here's Mattern by himself on a breakaway. Mattern's got his second and the record in North Dakota for the most goals in a season. Way down to Panasaki. Shoots and scores. Top shot for Panasaki. 2-0 matchup. Rocket out front. Down in front of net. Rubach gets sent it to Filling. The blue line. Richardson goes coast to coast. He's down with it. Takes it. Takes it. Goes it home. Richardson scores.
This is PSP Network Digital Radio coverage.
Second period of play is upon us at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Big thanks again to Magic Towing, bringing you tournament coverage on the PSP Network. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 701-509-4011. Packers in green from the right to the left for the middle frame. On it high in their whites from the left to the right. Magi have a 1-goal lead. And we are underway after the opening draws, won by the Magi. It's Finley Benson sent it just wide of the net to Jacobson. Puck's going to come back away to Mattern on the near side wing. Mattern's going to fire it up to center. Went off of Panasuk. Offsides is Medina here for West Fargo. The faceoff comes back out in the neutralized territory. Well, you talk about those records, trying to track those numbers down, and the all-time scoring chase for Mattern inside of the state. He's 1 point away from tying Mike Peluso down with the all-time points in a single season, and that is a record that records are meant to be broken, and at some point they will be. I mean, that one has been around since '92. Same with Tom Fillion's record at Mount High. Here's a drive that comes in from Panasuk. Save Jacobson. Puck's taken and spun back away to the far point. Drive comes in, or went just past Panasuk, behind him out in front of the goal. And now it's Finley Benz to hold it in. Dumps it down underneath the net. Morelli back in after it. Here's Mack to the side of the net of Jacobson on the glove side. Benz gets a stick on the clear attempt, and Morelli has it where he tried to feed it up top for Panasuk. This puck comes 200 feet all the way down behind Keller. And the Magi will regroup and reset up shop behind their junior netminder. Deal's going to push up to center. Then Mac Morelli trying to send it into the zone. It's going to be taken away by Panasuk at center. Morelli back in with it. Make that Oliver Thompson, rather. He's upended on the play. Then Mack had his pocket picked there by Scarry. Scarry's into the zone. Lost a handle, lost an edge. Went to his belly. Came away to Pakaluk, and Pakaluk pushes right back up to neutral. Now Morelli back over to Panasuk. Panasuk tried to feed it in front for Thompson. He was unable to get a reach on it. It comes all the way back up to the point. Got past Deal. Back down come the Packers. Taken away by Deal. Lead pass for Oliver Thompson. Too far in front of him, and it's an icing on the play. And with 15:24 to play here in the second, we'll have a faceoff coming back to the glove side of Devin Keller, the Bonnet High netminder. Bonnet leading by a goal, 3-2 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Just think about that for a moment, though. You think about Minot High itself and how good Minot High has been as a program, and some of the guys that have come through that program. Single season record just at Minot High alone, and how much talent when you look at that lineup all the way back from 1975 all the way till this year. The amount of players that have gone on to play Division I hockey or pro hockey. Guy like Mason Morelli in the Vegas Golden Knights system. Here's a drive that comes in. Packers were down with it. Alex Arneson sent it in on Devin Keller. And Keller went down out of the pillows to make the save. He hangs on. So you look at Modern High just as the Magi program and how good and how much talent has come through that system. To be at the top of that ladder is something pretty fascinating, special after 50 years of a program. Then you take it inside the region and look at all the teams inside of the WDA. Shot from the line from Arneson. Stop is made. It was deflected out in front by Case and right in on the netminder Keller, and he went down and hung on to it. Then you think about a program like Bismarck High, Century, Legacy, and then even programs like Botno that has had some of the best players in the state over time. Then you go out east, and now you're talking a different animal when you talk about the teams from Fargo and Grand Forks that have produced players. To have that all-time scoring record in the state for a single season and having that record stay the way that it was set in stone from 92 on for Mike Peluso. I mean, my goodness, that tells you how berserk of a year Mikey P had back in 1992 with the players that have come through this state since then that haven't been able to touch it. And it's Bryce Mattern in this hockey game right here that you're listening to that's 1 point away from tying Mike Peluso's all-time mark. Arneson's in with it. Fired the shot off the waffle board of Keller. Comes up to center. Comes away now here to Oliver Thompson into the zone. He's got a streaking Bradley. Thompson centering feed up front. Oh, went off a stick and out of play as Bedker had the chance. And it's fired up into the protective mesh and a stop on the play here. 99 points for Mike Peluso back in 1992. Pretty impressive stuff. Puck comes back away to the Magi in the offensive zone after the faceoff on the blocker side of Jacobson. Underneath the goal now, it's taken here by Bedker, trying to move it free to the far wing. He's going to connect and move it forward into the hands now of Connor Kuntz, and Kuntz moved it forward in about in high territory, but it's Marsland that's back on the retrieve with it here. Back up to the far point. Bedker sends it out in front of the net. Loose in front of the Magi goal. Sent it on Keller. He made a save on Petrick, and it comes back away for Modern High School's Bradley up to center. Trying to get it away to Roshi, and it comes back away for the Packers, who carry down with Petrick. Petrick upended on the play there by Hudson Cope on the near wall. Cope's going to carry it up to center. Cope moves it off into offensive territory. Packers are back with it in their own end. Josephson had real estate, trying to feed it out. He did, but it comes all the way down. And a stop on the play. It's an icing here with 13-13. Left in the second, but it leads 3-2. Mike Peluso, 49 goals, 50 assists for 99 points. Mattern's at 98. Harrison 8 from Botno got to 92 in his senior year in 2013 and 14. Harrison 8, Mr. Hockey from Botno, got to 90 in his junior campaign. Out in front to Jacobson, loose puck, bouncing still loose, side of the net. Comes away down to Panasuk. It's going to find its way back to Finley. Benz in the circle, trying to shift it out front, in front to the West Fargo goal. It's going to be Morelli that retrieves it here at the blue line. Now it's going to be sent off the boards back to Panasuk. Underneath the goal, he worked out of Gretzky's office, back to the far point. Deal worked it back away to Panasuk, spun it to Morelli. Here's the Magi that we know and love that moved the puck so nicely here as Finley Benz goes out in front to the net to the Packers, but it's taken away by Medina. He'll loft it back up to center, and it's Scary that regroups at center and now carries it in. Scary sends it down to Mattern underneath the goal, taken by back Morelli, and Morelli's going to start the motor back to center for Mountain High. Here's Morelli off to Finley Benz near side, interrupted by Arneson, but Morelli's got it back into offensive territory. Taken away there by Mattern, but Finley Benz got a stick on it, got it back down to Morelli underneath the goal line. Here's back to the point, up to Deal, sends it towards the net. Oh, went just wide, then Panasuk fed it out front, trying to send it off to Finley Benz. They do it again, but it's buzzing a bit here as Benz has it back behind the net. Taken and swept away back to the far line. Deal's got it again, sends it out in front of the Packer goal. Bradall's going to clear it, and it comes all the way back up at neutral for the Magi, who regroup here. Deal had his pass picked off. Then it was Medina that had his pass picked off there by Schmeichel. Magi are into the zone, but they're offsides. Here with 11:37 to play in the second period. when you look at West Fargo on the top 50 list ever inside of North Dakota boys hockey. Connor Jonason back in 2010 and 11 had a 57-point season. Nothing to be ashamed of there with a 57-point year. Can't find anybody else from West Fargo on that list. That's the highest ever at West Fargo. So obviously Mattern shattered that, getting up to 98 points now here in this senior season. A couple on that list for the Magi. Talk about them in a moment, but first West Fargo's back behind their own net, trying to wheel and deal up to center with Wigstrand. He does. Wigstrand gets it out to neutral, got it to Bedker. Hit on Keller, and Keller uses the blocker to stick that one away. Modern High's got it back behind their own goal. They work it up to center now as the Magi go back to Schmeichel. And Schmeichel will carry it off into offensive territory. Pinned up here at the half boards by the D-man Kleben. Comes back away now up to center on the rush. This is Peterson with the puck. Taken away by Earhart and company. Magi have it back on the far wall. Their own defensive zone. Coleman's got it. Coleman shuffled it off now for the Magicians into offensive territory as it's taken underneath the goal now here by Gross underneath the net. But it's Bedker that takes it away. Bedker spinning away from Gross, who's giving a hard forecheck here. Pushed up the near side wall by Kaysen up to center into offensive territory. DeShaw's going to have the hit on Kuntz that frees the puck back behind the Magi goal. And it comes back away to Hagenow. And now the Magi are going to send it up to center ice here as the bouncing puck is wrangled down and taken by the Packers in their own territory here with Bradall. Bradall moved it to his partner near side. Camarillo comes back into Magi territory. Giving chase is Petrick. Back in behind the goal of Keller. Back over onto his blocker side. It comes halfway up the wall. Now it's going to be taken here. Shot came out front. Oh, big save Keller. Camarillo was there with the chance, and Hudson Cope carries out for the Magi. Cope's into offensive territory. Feeds it across. Panasuk trying to spin it out front for the Magi. Nobody home on the trail. Comes back up to center where Richardson has it. We're under 9.5 to play in the second. Mountain High's got a 3-2 lead. This has been a back and forth second period of play here. No question about that. Cope sends it into the zone. Went around the end boards, back behind the goal, over on the far wing. Kuntz trying to move it up to center. Finley Bentz takes it away, and now Finley Bentz on the far wall. Ridden off on the play there by Bradall. Morelli's back in with it. Morelli worked it up top, back over down to Lemon. Lemon trying to send it to Panasuk. Out of the zone it comes, and all the way down on the glove side of the goaltender, Devin Keller, as the Magi just shotgun it right back to center. Morelli takes it with the tip of the stick and just lets it go into the zone, but it's picked up here by Mattern now. Mattern's got the motor on lookout. Mattern's up to center, hit by Bentz. Gave it to Scarry. Mattern gets around Morelli, coast to coast. Here comes Mattern down with it, and Richardson wrote him off on the play. And now Morelli got it to Panasuk. We go the other direction as it comes away now here to Bentz, who's over the line. Bentz moved it to Panasuk, half wall. Mountain High takes it deep into the zone, but it's going to be pushed right back up to center. Richardson gives chase and retrieves back in his own territory. There's no way that Mattern's not gassed on this play and this shift, but somehow he gets the puck to Scarry, fired in front, sent it wide, comes back up to Bedker. It's fired towards Keller, went wide. Mattern back behind the net again, and the puck's freed over on the far side line as Bedker will hold it. Richardson back behind his own net, trying to go to Morelli. Morelli at his pocket pick from Mattern, walks out, fires, sent it wide on the glove side. Now Morelli will take it, puts it off the glass, and the rolling puck comes all the way down to the right of Jacobson. Mountain High's got fresh skaters out. Hail Mary pass up to Mattern. Got it away down to Medina. Fires it in. Keller made the stick save. Magi trying to clear. Held it at the line. Mattern still on the ice here for West Fargo. He's on the far wing. Comes back away now here to Coleman. And Coleman chips it up back to the point where it's going to be held in. Now Pakaluk's up to center with it. Sends it far side back over to Thompson. Thompson's going to spin it into the offensive territory over on the far wing, directly behind the net. Mishandled for a moment by Josephson. Now Schmeichel gives chase to Josephson, and it's going to be taken here by Bedker on the near wing, who spins it back up to center, trying to feed Mattern. Got it to Scarry. Scarry's into the zone with it. Dropped it back now to Medina. Scarry center slot, tried to feed it back away. Medina gets it over on the far side wing. Moved it back up to the point there from Mattern. It's going to be a high stick on West Fargo as soon as they touch it. Mountain High touches it first, and now it's Schmeichel that carries it up to center. His pass is picked off, but Dinah had to wait to touch up on sides. Mattern completely gassed on this shift, still down in the Mountain High zone. Puck comes back away now up to Bradley. Rolls in on goal. Right to the left of the netminder, Jacobson, who got the call today over Gavin Norton. Now it's Mattern back up to center again, and Mattern's going to walk over the line. He's off sides on the play. And we're down to 6:23 to play in the second. 3-2, Mountain High's got the lead, and the faceoff will come back up into neutral ice. I mean, I've seen it before where you've got a player playing suckhole or cherry picking, if you will, but the way that Coach Triplett uses Mattern out there is something impressive. It's really quite wild how much energy that young man has, especially on day 3 of this tournament where there's no question in my mind that that kid's given every single ounce of anything he's had to give here in this tournament. Mattern being 1 point away from the all-time mark to tie Mike Peluso on a single season points chase. Not only that, but win a hockey game here today. It's coaching strategy that is unique as they send out that Hail Mary pass again. This time it comes down for an icing, and the faceoff will come back on Jacobson's blocker side. Faceoff to be had here in the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Faceoff dot to the right of Jacobson. If you've never been to the Ralph, you've got to get over here and see this place. State hockey's a cool time to see it, but it's nothing like being at an actual Fighting Hawks game. Puck comes away down to the Packers into offensive territory. They send it back in behind the Mountain High goal. DeShaw tried to bounce it free over on the far wing. Panasuk's going to get a handle on it. Sends it to Finley Bentz, and Bentz will carry him. Bentz is over the blue line. Bentz takes it down underneath the goal. Finley Bentz back in behind the cage. Bentz working on it there, but it's taken away by the Packers. Off they went with Bradall. And back up to center. West Fargo across the zone here to Kaysen. Kaysen's been at the blue line by DeShaw. At Mountain High's blue line, I should say, as it comes back to DeShaw. Went back underneath his own net and fed Rinchison. Make that Earhart rather. Earhart's pass is going to be picked off by the stick, but a high stick is called on the play as the hand-eye coordination for Kaysen was there, but it's an infraction that brings the faceoff back in the Packer end. 5:15 to play in the second. 3-2, Mountain High's got the lead. West Fargo led 2-0 to start the game. But Mountain High had 3 straight on the Serve Pro power play, the #1 team in the West region and the #1 team in the state as far as the man advantage is concerned in that specialty teams unit. Here's Morelli out front, trying to feed it off to Panasuk, but he had coverage on top of him. Up to center we go now here for Camarillo. He's got a streaking man towards the net. That was Petrick. Underneath the net, it's taken here by the Packers. Up top, right on a tee. Drive came in front. Keller, big save with a blocker. Puck comes back away down to Bentz. That was a grade A scoring opportunity for the Packers. The 14th shot of the game. And Devin Keller said, I don't think so. Puck comes back away up to center ice now. Morelli moved it off to Panasuk. Panasuk had the rolling puck, get away from him in front of the West Fargo goal. Panasuk's in the blue paint. He had a man on top of him. That was Bradall. Meanwhile, the play comes to the other end of the ice, but Finley Bentz takes it away, goes back to Mac Morelli, who's in. Morelli dropped it off back to Panasuk. Comes back up front. Here's Finley Bentz trying to send it over to Oliver DeShaw, who's got it on the wall near side wing. DeShaw scrubbing forward still. He's got company up at the blue line for the Magi. Panasuk holds it in, goes to Morelli on the wall, sends it down underneath the net. Here's Thompson back behind the goal line. Thompson's got company. Come on and hold. Yes, they can. Comes up to the line. Rinchison has it. He'll walk and fire. Hit traffic there on the way to the goal. And it's going to fall loose right to the right of the cage. West Fargo needed an icing, and they got it. 3:53 to play in the second. Icing on the Packers, and the faceoff will come on the blocker side of the netminder, Michael Jacobson. When we talk about the Ralph Engelstad Arena, I've been all over the map for hockey in my time in the North American League with the Bobcats. Traveling as well with the Toros back in the day. My time out on the East Coast in the ECHL calling games, I was in some pretty righteous venues. Nothing like the Ralph, not even close. This place is electrified on game night for the University of North Dakota Fighting Hawks. I do have to say there's a hand pass called on West Fargo. Faceoff's going to come 200 feet down to our right here as faceoff will be on the glove side of Jacobson. I do have to say that this venue is just too big for the tournament to my mind. I love that it's here. However, the Shields Arena is ideal when it comes to hosting the state tournament. And cough, cough, I just hate to say it, but has anybody ever heard of the Pepsi rink at Mesa Arena? It seems like it would be a pretty solid venue, doesn't it? For how many people have been at this tournament, there's no question in my mind that it's got the capacity to hold the amount of people that come to the state tournament. It's not like the 90s anymore where they pack them in here the way that they used to. Offensive zone for Scarry now. He's got the puck. Sent it out front. Better on the doorstep. It was Keller that made the save. And now up to center comes Richardson. Richardson's in over the blue line with it. Richardson out in front trying for a fancy toe drag. Scarry was there. And now it's Mattern that tried to poke it free. Richardson tries to hold. West Fargo's got numbers. Mattern's in on a 3-on-2. Mattern across the slot. Sends it back door. Oh, what a play to Becker. Mattern has tied Mike Peluso's record all time. Oh, my goodness. Betker from Mattern. We're tied on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, and not only that, Bryce Mattern has just tied Mike Peluso's single season mark with 99 points. Wow. Betker ties it at 3. Mattern ties the record. West Fargo wants more. Back in with it. Mattern's going to send it out front to Scarry. Comes back in front of the Magi goal. And up at the line, it's hammered towards the net. That one sails just wide there off the attempt from Peterson. 2-for-2 scrum over on the far side wing. Morelli's out with it and out of his own zone where he crosses over center and down the blue line. Morelli sends it down underneath the West Fargo goal. Comes back away down to Pakalok. And that one went just wide. Let's listen in. Before we do that, Mattern's got the puck again in offensive territory. Mattern met there by Deal, and now Deal's got the puck in real estate on the far wing. Back up to center. That pass was right out of the tape there for Bradall of West Fargo. He sends it back into Magi territory. Pakalok goes back over to Deal now, and Deal's got it with 2:05 to play in the second. We're tied at 3. West Fargo's got the only goal in the second period as the Packers bring it back in. Peterson, fancy move, backhand, waffle board stop there from Keller. He sent it away, and now the Magi in the rush again. Morelli's in with it here, center slot. Morelli trying to feed it on over there to Finley. Benz transition the other way, has Kaysen coming in on the 2-on-2 with Peterson. Fires, big pad save. Puck comes back up to the blue line for the Magi. They're going to clear their own end. Roshi tries to clear it out. He's got help from Groves, and it's a dump and chase game for the Magi as Hagenau picks it up on the far wing. Hagenau sent it underneath the net. Now it's the Packers to the near side. Roshi from the line sent it in. That was on a tee, and it went up and into the protective mesh. And a stop of the play with 1:23 left in the second. 3-3 hockey game here for the third place trophy at the State High School Hockey Tournament. What a treat it has been to be here calling these games and watching records be tied and broken, whether at program level or state level. Seeing great hockey here. Here's DeShaw. Fired it towards the net, sent it wide. Puck comes back away now up to center ice with the motor on again as Kaysen, make that Kuntz rather, takes it down underneath the Magi goal. Back away here on the near side wing. Luwagi's out there for West Fargo, moved it back to Kaysen. Everybody playing today here in this hockey game on both sides as it comes up to center now for Bradley. He's got a goal in the hockey game. Comes back away here down to DeShaw. Delayed call coming on West Fargo. Keller's going to come off, and the Magi send the extra attacker on. DeShaw had it touched there off the tape of Josephson. And Bonnet High's power play that has been lethal here, not only on the season, but in this game with 3 goals on 2 power plays. Comes back to the ice surface. As to the box will go number 17. That's Connor Kuntz. Faceoff will come back on the glove side of Jacobson. We're tied at 3 with 44 seconds left here in the second period. Off the draw, it's taken up to the point. Deal will hold it in here. Deal sends it to Panasuk. Back to Deal. He's going to walk in with it. Deal fires out front. Cope in front of the net. Cope still scrubbing for it. Fired. Oh, he sent it wide. Had a chance at the side of the goal. Comes back away now to Coleman. Underneath the circle, far side. Deal's up top with it. Deal comes back over to Panasuk. Panasuk on angle shot. Cope in front of the net. Whacking away like a lumberjack there. The stop was made from Jacobson. Packers clear to center. Comes back away now to Panasuk on the near side. Panasuk's pass is picked up. Benker's in. He's got Mattern with him. Morelli back on the back check with Deal, and Morelli's got it safely over in the corner for the Magi now. As he sends it back away over to Deal. The horn will sound. Time expires. Betker and Morelli having a conversation at center. Mattern and Keller having a conversation. That one more friendly than the Betker-Morelli conversation, it looks like. I can promise you that much. We are through the first 2 periods. Ground was gained. Ground was lost, then ground was gained on the other side. And now we're evened up again. We'll tell you how we got to the 6 goals on the board and the 3-3 score when we come back to the Magic Towing second intermission reports. Packers and Magi tied at 3 aside here at the Ralph Eggleston Arena.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Final 17 minutes of regulation in the 2025 season. For West Fargo and Minot High School. What a year of high school hockey it's been, hasn't it? It's one of the best times of the year, too, by the way. State tournament time. Welcome into our second intermission report. Brought to you by our friends at Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now. You'll be glad you did. 701-509-4011. It's Magic Towing. Mention PSP Network, and you will save $50 on the tow at Magic Towing. Magic Towing, proud to bring you and be a part of our mission of promoting local athletes in our great state of North Dakota. Game reset of this showdown here today. It's been a good one between the Packers and the Magi. Taking a look at how it's shaken down so far in the contest here today. Your game resets brought to you by our friends at DriveRyan.com. Browse our massive inventory online, DriveRyan.com. First goal of the game came at 7:11 of the opening period, and it was Ian Scarry on the power play from Bryce Mattern that made it 1-0 West Fargo. Noah Bedker had an assist on this goal as well to give the Packers the early start to the third-place matchup. Green, he's going to have to regroup back at center, and now the Packers will set it up and bring it in. Mattern moves it across. Scarry out front, fires. He shoots and scores. Yeah, that tandem is something else. I'm telling you, those two young men are special for West Fargo, and they were special on the first. They were special on the second as the give and go from Scarry got Mattern at an even strength tally at 10:38 to the period. Taken to the wire just a bit. 4-0 was a deceiving score in the Minot High Red River game last night. Mattern's in with it, backhand shot. He shoots and scores. By the way, if you're just joining us for the first time on the weekend, Mattern was 3 points away from tracking down Mike Peluso's single season mark for the most points in a single season. And with that goal, he was then 1 point away in the contest. But it was Minot High that had a response at 12:41. Just about 2 minutes later, the Magi ended up on the power play. That's because after that goal from Scarry and Mattern, there was an altercation behind the Minot High goal immediately after the goal was scored from West Fargo. It was a full-on Donnybrook back there, and Scarry was charged with a 5-minute major for face masking in the altercation. And that was a bad choice because the Magi power play struck for 3. Here's the first one coming from Easton Bradley. Cole Richardson had the assist on this power play goal. He's loose in the slot, taken away back by Richardson. Center slot, he's going to take it and fire loose in front. On a tee now, here's a drive. Bradley shoots and scores. Second of the year for Easton Bradley. That made it a 3-1 hockey game. And then all of a sudden, Mac Morelli went on a bit of a tear. Aiden Deal on the power play sets up Mac at 13:27. Speaking of records, Mac trying to surpass Tom Fillion for the all-time points at Minot High School in a career. Well, this one does it right here as Mac Morelli gives Minot High a little bit more life as they tie the hockey game at 2. Comes down here for Deal. He's got it worked away back to Morelli. Morelli back to Deal at the center point. Got it back to Morelli. He's down. He fires. Mac shoots and scores. Mac is now the all-time goal leader at Minot High and the all-time point leader at Minot High, surpassing Tom Fillion from the 1992-93 season in both for Minot High School as Morelli gives the Magicians the tie, then gives them the lead just about 40 seconds later, still on the same Serpro power play, and this time it was Aiden Deal. This time it was Finley Bentz, not Aiden Deal, that set him up at 15:03. To Finley Bentz. Morelli calling for it on a tee. Sends it in. Max got his second on a rocket from the line. Oh, baby, what a goal. That was a hammer there from Morelli. Fired it in. And Minot went to the first intermission break with a 3-2 lead. They had a 15-7 shot advantage. Different song and dance in the second, however. West Fargo found a way to outshoot Minot High 11-4 in the middle frame. That means the shots on goal favor the Packers, 19-18. The only goal to show for it, Brody Medina, Bryce Mattern, and Noah Bedker on the sheet. It's Bedker's goal at 13:58. This is an even strength tally for the West Fargo Packers to tie the game at 3. 3-on-2, Mattern across the slot, sends it back door. Oh, what a play to Bedker. Mattern has tied Mike Peluso's record all-time. Oh, my goodness. What a play that was. And Mattern now one away from being the holder of that record. He ties Mike Peluso for 99 points in a season. Wow, that's something special, isn't it? Third period comes up next here on the PSP Network as we put a cap on our intermission report brought to you by our friends at Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow, and it's Magic Towing. Third period's next here on the PSP Network.
It's time for State Hockey Digital Radio coverage on PSP Network.
And taken away. Here's Mattern by himself on a breakaway. Mattern's got his second and the record in North Dakota for the most goals in a season. Way down to Panasaki. Shoots and scores. Top shelf for Panasaki. 2-0 Magi. Come on, get out front. Down in front of the net. Rubach gets sent it to Filling. The blue line. Richardson goes coast to coast. He's down with it. Kicks it. Kicks it. Goes it home. Richardson scores.
This is PSP Network Digital Radio coverage.
Well, we couldn't be more thrilled to be here for the entire state hockey tournament, and it boils down to the final 17 minutes in our broadcast season for hockey coverage on PSP. And it's a tie hockey game at 3-a-side. West Fargo from the left to the right for the third. Mountain High from the right to the left. And we are underway for the third period of play as the Packers brought it into Mountain High territory. Morelli brings it back out. Here's Mac Morelli in offensive territory now. Mac shuffles it down to the corner, off to Carter Coleman. Morelli out there with Coleman and Cope. They've got Panasuk out there also with Deal. This is a power play here for the Magi for the next 51 seconds. Mattern's in, shorthanded. Mattern out in front of the net. Oh, Keller robbed him on the play. What a save from Devin Keller. Oh, Devo comes up big for the Magi. Mattern was trying to break the record, and Devin Keller said, not on my watch. And every time the kid makes a save, I just scratch my head and say he's not all region. I know I'm driving that point home, but I'm telling you. Puck comes back away up to center ice. Comes away now to Panasuk, offensive zone. Panasuk shuffles it up. Back to Deal. Panasuk's got it again. Here's Panasuk in the circle in the offensive territory. Far wing. Morelli up top. Morelli's going to be hounded now here by Mattern. Morelli sent it out front. Take it there. Arneson slaps it to the other end of the ice surface. And all the way down it comes behind Keller. Mountain High is going to have to go 200 feet back the other direction now with 10 seconds on the ServPro power play. Here's Panasuk over the center stripe. Panasuk upended there by Scarry. Mattern's all by himself. Mattern's in with it. Keller stoned him again on the play. Clear-cut breakaway for Mattern in on Keller, and Keller's got back-to-back stops on the state's top producer. Oh, my goodness. Mattern saying, what do I need to do? Keller saying, come and get me. 19th shot of the game for West Fargo, and Keller's got back-to-back breakaway saves on the phenom in our state. Puck's back underneath the net here as it comes right down to the goal line. Still tied at 3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Keller with a poke check, knocked it away off the hands of Kaysen. West Fargo's got it up at the top of the point, however, as Betker sends it in. Blocker save. Keller comes out in front of the Magi goal. Now Richardson up to center with it. Toe drag move. Creates some space, got it to Hagenau. He's in over the line. Hagenau bouncing puck, sent back out to center as Levin will have to recover. Sends it over to Thompson, who's playing D, as Richardson ranged in, and now it's Thompson sending a shot down to the far side. Just missed on the glove side low as it comes underneath the net now. Here for Betker, trying to clear his own end. Tate Hagenau racing in on the far wing. Puck comes back away to the Packers. They've got real estate and Josephson back behind their own net. Jacobson got the call and goal today. How interesting is this? Both goaltenders in this hockey game today. The mom for the Magi goaltender and the dad for the West Fargo goaltender. They both graduated from Wahpeton and were in the same class at Wahpeton. A little sidebar in today's hockey game. Always interesting hearing some of those dynamics in our state tournaments and some of those storylines. Bet they didn't think that all those years ago that they would have kids squaring off in the state hockey tournament, the most important position in all of sports, going toe-to-toe at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Both kids have been good today. Shots are 20-20. The score is 3-3. And we're down to 14 to play here in this third. By the way, on that last play after the offsides, Bedker put it into the Bonnet High goal. The Magi didn't like that much. Here's a drive from Finley Benz. He shoots and scores. Finley Benz to the top shelf. The Magi celebrate right in front of the West Fargo student section. You might have caught some words over there from the kids in the seats, what they had to say to the Magi and Finley Benz as Monet's got a 4-3 lead. .14 on the dot to play here in the third. Puck comes back away up at the line. Now it's going to be taken by Deal out front. Patasuk trying to leave it for Morelli. Hopped off his tape, and it comes back away down to Bradall. Bradall goes to center. Morelli dumps it right back in. And on the retrieve for the Packers, it's Mattern back in behind his own net. Mattern will start the motor now. He's going to snake his way up through center ice. He's over the red line, down the blue. Mattern drops it back to Scarry. Blocked down in front there by Pakaluk. Shot came in. And Keller sticked it away. Mattern takes it back, trying to go down to Scarry. Did. Scarry got it out front, comes into the center slot. Mattern trying to spin it towards the goal, and then Deal cleared it on out back at the point. Arneson had the shot. Deal blocked it. And now Deal's going to skate up to center and drifts it down underneath the net where he finds Carter Coleman waiting for it. Coleman ridden off there by Arneson. But it was Groves that got it back away to Coleman on the hard forecheck. Coleman still scrumming forward. He's got room down and deep now. Coleman out front. Bradley one-timer. What a stop that was. Puck comes back away in the near corner. There's a top-notch save from Jacobson on the point-blank attempt from Bradley on the one-timer. That was a rocket. Now Coleman's in with it into the catching mitt of Jacobson on the 23rd shot of the contest for Vermont High School, and Jacobson standing tall. 4-3, Magi have the lead. Finley Benz put it into the net for the Magi to give Mountain High the go-ahead goal here in this contest. Finley Benz on the season with his fourth goal, first goal of the state hockey tournament. Timely one for Benz on that top line today as the Magi are without Rylan Rutlick. Suffered a broken wrist yesterday in the semifinals. They're also without Tegan Strand, who is out of today's contest. He's out with concussion protocol after he got rocked last night. That was a rough and tumble game last night. Red River brought everything that they had against the Magi, and it was rowdy, it was physical. And Monet's dinged up from it today here in this third place game at the state tournament. They've weathered the storm well without two of their best players in the lineup in Strand and Rutlick. That's a lot of point production, by the way. Strand with 34 points on the year. Rutlick with 47. Top line winger for the Magi, second line winger for the Magi. They're both on the Magi power play, and without those two guys here today, that was a question mark. However, the Magi man advantage has been good. Here's Cope on angle, down, fire, save, rebound. Cope gets it, he tucks it in on the wraparound. Hudson Cope makes it 5-3 Magicians. 12:03 to play in this third period. Talk about a timely one from Hudson Cope. Fourth of the year for Cope, his 10th point on the campaign. And the senior for Mountain High gives the Magi just an ounce of breathing room with 12 on the dot to play in the third. BNC Bank scoreboard has the Magicians up 5-3. They've got the puck in the offensive zone, but here comes Arneson, making Peterson up to center here for the Packers. Sent out in front of the net, and it was intended there for a case of Let's listen in.
That's Cope, unassisted goal for the Magicians.
Unassisted by Cope. Kasich came down towards the net of Keller. Keller sticks it away. Packers trying to scrum for it. Magi are out with it. To center it comes. Passed away there by Bradley up at neutral ice. And we come back into the Magi zone here off of the attempt from Wigstrand. Then it's Coleman that fires to center. West Fargo has to touch up onside. Now Oliver Deshaw moves it off with one end of the stick over to Coleman. Coleman fired the shot. He broke his stick on the play. And the puck comes back away at the half wall now where the Packers have possession again. Bradall out of his own end up to center. On the move, this is Alex Arneson. Fires in. Keller goes down. And Keller makes the save here with 11:02 to play in the third. 5-3. Magi have the lead. As we've played just about 6 minutes here in this third period. Here's this Magi offense that they thought they would have last night, but Corinta and company from Red River shut them out last night. Boy, did Red River do a nice job of that hockey game of blocking shots and just being in the lanes of the Magicians, didn't they? Packers back in with it. Here's Mattern with the puck. Fires a shot on Keller. Short angle shot. Keller went down to the pillows and made the save. Now it's going to be pushed back up to the line. Finley Bentz carries across neutral. He's got Panasuk with him. Bentz will turn and fire it at the net. Hit traffic, went wide. Bentz then fires in, tipped in front. Panasuk. Save came from Jacobson, and it's fired all the way down. This one's going to be just to the right to the goal of Keller. It's down for an icing. And that icing is brought to you by the tournament sponsors of the state hockey tournament on PSP Network, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, thegoaliegloveguy.com, our friends at Lamoureux Hockey. We also want to thank our friends at Duffy's Hockey and Sports, the Mudda Blue Line Club, Tollefson's Carpetland celebrating 100 years, Century Eyewear, Broadway Pharmacy. Don't spend time in the penalty box. Use their drive-through. It's quick and convenient. And People's State Bank also bring you the game. Matter dropped it back. Matter ended up back with it. Keller, big pad save. He kicked it out. Puck comes back up to center now as it's Betker that's in with it. Back underneath the net. Richardson has it here. Richardson moves it back underneath the goal where Lemon stick handles. He sets up the breakout for the Magi as he moves over to the far wing. Got it to Mac Morelli, and the loft pass for Morelli goes down into the Packers zone where it's going to be taken by Betker, but held in by Panasuk. Now Panasuk inside the blue line. Panasuk still scrumming. Somehow got it off to Bentz. Finley Bentz makes a move. Now another, but it's the Packers that throw it up off the wall to center there for Josephson. Lemon has to go all the way back down underneath his own goal line to retrieve. And now Lemon just waits and starts the carry up to center. Trying to go off to Schmeichel. Packers have good pressure again. They're going to dump it down into the Modern High zone. Top units out for West Fargo. Lemon trying to move it off the wall up to Bentz. He does. He's got Thompson with him along with Schmeichel into the zone. Nice defensive play there as it comes back right in front of Jacobson. Pushed down to the corner from Arneson. Arneson went over to the far side wing, but it's going to come back away for the Magi as they move it back up into the neutral ice territory from Thompson. Comes back away now to Medina, sent it across. Out it came from Banner. Then it comes to Hudson Cope, who's got the most recent goal, and Cope will start the motor to center. Cope crosses over center ice, makes a move, now another. Cope still has possession of the puck, got it to Schmeichel. He'll fire, Schmeichel sailed it wide. Comes back up now to Pakaluk, fired and knocked down in front. Pakaluk has it back, he fires, save, rebound, sent wide of the cage off the attempt from Cope again out front. Puck's underneath the net as Cope moves it free to the far side. Mattern picks it up here for the Pack. Mattern back underneath the net. Run into by Oliver Thompson. Freed it away near side to Arneson. Comes back into the hands of Mattern right at center. He's going to be hammered by Cope on the play, and it comes away back off of Pakaluk back at center. Now Mattern's going to cross back over into Modern High territory. Mattern drops it back onto the tape here at the point. Shot came in and high and wide from Arneson. Karem's off the end boards, back out in front of the Modern High goal. Magi trying to clear. It's going to come into the hands now of Pakaluk. He's got a room, got it to Panasuk, up over center. Cope and Mattern having a conversation back behind the play, and Cope gave him a little two-hand shot right to the kidneys there with the toe of the stick. This one's been rough and tumble. All the way back down in on Keller. That registers as a shot on goal from 175 feet away. And now Deal will take it here on the near wing and send it up to center. Deal just sent it right to the D-man for the Packers. Josephson comes back away now to Deal, and Deal will start the motor up over center. He'll try to feed it off to Finley Bentz. Comes back into the possession of West Fargo at center ice. They're going to pick it up and carry it forward into Mount High's end. Kaysen, fancy move. Morelli was there. Morelli wrote him off on the play, and here comes Finley Bentz with the motor on up to center. 2-on-3. Panasonics trailing. Bentz hits the brakes, top of the circle, far side. Shuffled it across to Marsland here on the near wing. Underneath the goal line, it comes now with Betker and Rube. Betker shuffles it up off the wall. Monet holds it in on the nice play from the point from Groschi. And it's back underneath the Packer net where they set up with under 7 to play in the third. Monet's got themselves a 5-3 lead. Packers have offense that's like a rattlesnake. Here's the young man that can do it. Matter's in by himself, trying to tuck it through. It's right at the goal line. Mattern thought he scored. He did not, right to the goal line. Puck comes back away here at center. Oh, Tate Hagenau's down on the ice, and Hagenau is in some pain here. Tate Hagenau, both gloves off, the cage is up, and Hagenau's in trouble here. They need to get the trainer out. Hagenau still on the ice at center, and Tate Hagenau with the helmet and gloves off. The trainer comes out. We're going to have hopefully good news when we come back to the Ralph, as Tate Hagenau still down on the ice on his knees without the helmet on here. With 6:32 left in the third, Monet still leads 5-3.
I can't believe I wrecked my car.
There's some things in life we can't control, but what's important is how we respond. At Jerome's Collision Center, they provide the highest quality of service, assuring the job gets done stress-free and making it feel like a breath of fresh air. And to give you peace of mind, they handle the insurance.
Are you even a therapist?
Don't worry about it. Jerome's, they're the experts. Jerome's.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Tate Hagenau comes off the ice on his own power. Scary situation there as the trainer had to come out and attend to Tate Hagenau. Bryce Mattern had a chance again to break Mike Peluso's record. The puck skittered right to the goal line. Keller made the initial stop. And then the defenseman was on the side of the net for the Magi and pulled it off the goal line to keep it 5-3. And keep that record tied at 99 points in North Dakota high school hockey history for the most points in a season. 6:32 left in the third period. Monet by 2, but the Packers have their guns out on the ice here. Finley Bentz, lead pass, tried to send it out to Panasuk all the way down into the West Fargo end. Packers have it behind their own net, taken away by Panasuk. Panasuk fire, save, rebound, another shot on goal. Jacobson back-to-back stops. Puck's back underneath the net now as it's going to be worked on here by Finley Bentz. Panasuk ends up taking a player to the ice for West Fargo, and Panasuk's going to the box on a 2-minute holding call or interference, one or the other. And West Fargo's power play comes out to play now for the second time in the game, the first time since a 5-on-3 that they were they scored on 1 for 1 on the 5-on-3, and now Panasuk goes into the box, and the Servpro power plays back out here for the Packers with 6:09 left in the third period. It's not over yet by any means. Face-off on Keller's blocker side. Scarry in against Morelli on the draw. Scarry wins it back to the point. Betker's got it here, goes to Mattern on the near side wall, brings it up to the top of the point. Mattern's got the motor on. Now Mattern's going to walk down, sends it back door. Oh, Keller, what another save! My goodness, Devin Keller, have yourself a game. How many can he have here today? Wow. Packers back in with it. Matter's going to carry it in now. Matter drops it off. Medina out front. Keller again with another stop in front of the net. Puck comes back away now into the hands here of Kaysen. Back at center, Peterson. Moves it off to Scarry. Into the zone it comes. Scarry will take it down underneath the goal line. Works it away back to the far wing at the point. Betker came back over to Scarry, and Scarry's got it at the top of the point. Now Betker will handle here. Comes away back to Mattern. Dropped it back to Betker. He'll fire it in. Went through traffic in front of Keller. Splashes away to the corner. Now Mattern up top. Back to Betker. Goes back to Mattern. Mattern works here with 49 seconds of ServPro power play time. Betker back to Mattern. Far side point. Mattern thought about the shot. Went to Scarry in the circle. Far wing blocker side. Back up top now to the near. Comes away back to the center slot. Mattern sends it in wide. Keller was screened out front. Deal's got it. And he fires it all the way down. Right to the blocker side of the netminder Jacobson. And it's down to 25 seconds of ServPro power play time. Puck comes back away here to Mattern. Mattern's got it back in behind his own net now as he brings the crew back and sets up shop as the power plays down to 10 seconds here for West Fargo as they carry up into Mountain High territory. Coleman took it away at center, and it's going to be worked back here to Bradall. Bradall goes away far wing right in front of the penalty box where Panasuk's about to get free. He does now, and we're back to 5-on-5 as Medina brings it in. Sent it up to the far side. Comes away down to Lemon. Hard up off the glass. Mina clears out. This one can make its way all the way down, but it comes in on goal, so icing is waved off. Magi get fresh skaters, and we're under 4 to play in the third period. 5-3, Mountain High's got the lead. Guns are still out for the Packers. Now they go off for a change, but walking down in front of the Mountain High goal was Peterson. He was run into by Richardson. Puck's back at the point. Blocked away there by Hudson Culp, and then Culp has a giant collision there with Arneson. Arneson and Culp still tied up on the play, and it comes back to Richardson underneath the net. Here's Cole Richardson back in his own zone, trying to get away from Peterson. He can't. Peterson gets it off the wall. Peterson takes it down. Lemon pokes it free back behind the cage. Packers working up to the line. At the point, comes across. Back over. A drive came in. Just wide of Keller. Back underneath the net now. It's scrum 4. 2-on-2 battle directly behind the Mountain High goal. We're down to 3:04 to play in regulation. Puck comes away to Oliver Thompson. Tries to clear. Held in. Up at the point. Comes back away now to Betker. Fired in. Lemon clears it on out. Betker's got it back at the point. Betker sends it in off the knob of the stick there for Devin Keller. And up and out of play with 2:51 to play in the third. Minot's got themselves a 5-3 lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Wow. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button on YouTube and make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. 2:51 to play in the third period. Packers call the first International Bank and Trust timeout on the ice. We'll take one with them. Can the Magi hang on to a 2-goal lead with under 3 to play for third at the state tournament? We find out next.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
.251 left in the third period. End of the season for Mountain High and West Fargo. Mountain's got a 5-3 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. We're 5-on-5 with a face-off on the glove side of Devin Keller. Pakaluk got it off the draw, worked it away to Deal, up to Morelli at center. Mac Morelli will skate in with it. Mac's going to fire towards the goal. Missed wide. Mac gets his own rebound, sent it wide of the cage on the glove side. Mattern's got it now. He worked it away here to Betker. And Betker surveys at center ice right in front of the benches. Morelli runs into him here, comes back away to Deal, and Deal will launch this one all the way down and touch Mattern skates, so icing is waved off with 2:20 left in regulation. Back in front of his own net, working it away far side. Josephson up to center, comes back away down to Finley. Benz dumps it down into the far corner. Leonard High setting up in the trap here with 2:09 to play. Puck comes back up to center ice for Betker. Fan on the pass. Moves it back away down to Mattern. Dropped it away to Josephson again. The netminder for the Packers getting up to the top of the circles on that last play. He's going to come off the ice now. Extra attackers out for West Fargo. Comes in on Keller. Stick save. Panasuk over in the corner. Comes up to the point. Betker near side. Peterson one-time blast came in. Knocked down by Finley Bance. And the Magi try to clear it. They can't do it. Mattern handles now as he takes it down to the corner for Scarry. Sent in front. Bounced through the blue paint. Fired down. Has a chance at the goal. Rolling puck goes wide on the clear there from Deal. And we're down to 89 seconds to play in regulation. Minot with a 5-3 lead. The shots are 29-27. And both goaltenders have been tremendous in this hockey game. How about Devin Keller today? My goodness. Blocker side of Devo on the draw comes. One back by the Magi. Net's vacant at the other end of the ice. Lemon's got it here. Lemon trying to fire it out to center. He did. Comes into the hands now of Alex Arneson. He sends it in. Keller had it at the side of the net. Keller thought about firing it down at the empty net. But what do we have here? A offsides on the play. I do apologize. Faceoff's out at center right in front of the West Fargo bench with 1:19 left in this third period. Coleman in against Scarry on the draw. Coleman wins the faceoff. Scarry trying to race into the Minot zone as he knocked the puck out of the air. He got it back away down to Medina at center. Medina works it away near side, back to Bradall. Sent back up at center ice, and it's going to be moved forward down to Scarry into the zone. Taken away there by Schmeichel. Schmeichel will send it back to the other end of the ice. This is an icing on the Magi, and we're down to 1 minute on the dot to play in regulation. No matter how it shakes out in the next 60 seconds, both these teams deserve a lot of credit for putting on quite a performance today at the state hockey tournament. A lot to be proud of between these two groups. Combined 9 losses on the year. 7 for West Fargo, 9 total. That means Minot has only been beaten twice. Can they hang on here? Mattern works it up to the point. Offensive zone. Betker sent it across, sent out in front of the Magi goal. Comes underneath the goal line now as Scarry tries to move it out front. He does. Tipped in front of the net. Save again from Keller. Puck comes back to the far point. 40 seconds of the game now as it comes underneath the goal. Down in deep is Deal with it. Deal's going to try to work it free on the far side. Shuffled it back off to Panasuk. Now Morelli puts it up off the glass. That will be an offsides on the Packers. Then Panasuk takes a shot there from Arneson. Panasuk going back after Arneson. Now a Donnybrook again starting to brew here. Glove was on the ice for Panasuk. Scarry sent that down into the zone. 31.3 seconds left in the game. Arneson is going to go to the box. Penalty box doors open for the Magi as well. And Arneson and Panasuk both go into the sin bin, and they both continue to chatter with each other. Penalty box official down there saying, okay, boys, that's enough now. Oh, it's heated. 31.3 seconds left in the hockey game. 5-3, Magi have the lead, trying to capture third place for the second straight year. Off the draw it comes. It came to Coleman. He fired it out, but it went off of Medina. Back into the zone comes Mattern with it. Sends it back door. Back to Mattern. Save. Keller comes to the side of the cage. Keller made the save on the play. Back up to the point. Back over now for Medina. Keller without a stick. Take it back away here. Deal trying to clear. Morelli's got it. Morelli's got himself a 2-on-2. Walks over center. Fires it down. Count him down. Kids are at 10 seconds. Now 9, now 8, now 7. Magi have it tied up in the offensive zone. There's going to be an asterisk next to the record from Mike Peluso. And Bryce Mattern. 99 career points for Mattern and Peluso. The asterisk in my mind that will not be on that sheet is that Devin Keller absolutely robbed him a minimum of 5 times in this hockey game. I mean, highway robbery from Devin Keller to backstop the Magi to a 5-3 win. You want to talk about an all-region kid that didn't get selected as all-region? Here's your proof. He just saw 29 of the most quality shots he's seen all year. I mean, all year. The entire year. What I'm saying is the 29 that West Fargo put on him here today, of those 29, let's call it what it is. 20 of them were the best shots that he saw the entire season. Of the 351 that the young man was up against all year long. And when he was up against quality shots and a quality opponent here today that gave him a run, he stood tall. He's no doubt about it, our MVP of today's game. We'll have the full recap when we come back to the Ralph Engelstad Arena. Minot takes third. West Fargo takes fourth. 5-3 is the final score here at the Ralph Engelstad Arena. What a contest that was this afternoon for third as the Magi get the hardware.
Presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all.
7, pressure, points, yeah! It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot! Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finland Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. don't forget the ranch.
What a game. What a season. West Fargo ends their campaign at 18-8. Minot High ends up with a 24-2 record overall on the year. Minot wins 5-3. Welcome in to our Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial, whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Find them online, planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome. Try that banana cream pie. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed at Shots Crossroads. Well, it was a fun game today. There's no doubt about that, and one that we weren't sure if the boys on either side were going to get up for. Not fun to play in the third place game when you had chances to be in the state title game last night, but both of these teams certainly wanted that third place trophy. And when it was all said and done, it's the Magi that are going to take that third place trophy. Let's look at our game reset. It's brought to you by our friends at Ryan Family Dealerships. DriveRyan.com. Browse their massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com. Ian Scarry opened the scoring in the first period at 7-11 for West Fargo. Bryce Mattern and Noah Bedker had the assist on the play. He's going to have to regroup back at center, and now the Packers will set it up and bring it in. Mattern moves it across. Scarry out front, fires. He shoots and scores. First one of the game from Scarry on the power play. And then moments later, just about 3 minutes actually on the dot, it was Bryce Mattern's goal. Even strength, the assist went to Scarry on this play, and Mattern continues to impress here in his junior campaign. Both taken to the wire just a bit. 4-0 was a deceiving score in the Minot High Red River game last night. Mattern's in with a backhand shot. He shoots and scores. Mattern gets another one, and Bryce Mattern continues to be just a dynamite spark plug on the ice for West Fargo in this hockey game. But right after that goal, there was an altercation back behind the Minot High net. Scarry and Mattern on their celebration rattled the cage of the Magicians, and an all-out Donnybrook broke out. Scarry ended up with a 5-minute major for face masking as he tried to rip the face mask off of Cole Richardson. That put Minot High on the ServPro power play for 5 minutes, and the Magi, trailing by 2, made them pay in a bad way. Loose in the slot, taken away, back by Richardson. Center slot, he's going to take it and fire loose in front. On a tee now, here's a drive. Bradley shoots and scores. Power play goal from Bradley, assisted by Richardson, came at 12:41, and then it was the gun for the Magi. Mackley Morelli, who ended up taking the all-time career points lead at Minot High, surpassing Tom Fillion. This is his 190th point at Minot High, surpassing Tom's mark of 189. A power play goal assisted by Aiden Deal, coming at 13:27. It comes down here for Deal. He's got it worked away back to Morelli. Morelli back to Deal at the center point. Got it back to Morelli. He's down. He fires. Mack shoots and scores. Mack put the exclamation point on that record as Finley Bentz set him up just about a minute 50 later. Another power play goal for Mack Morelli. And Minot takes a 3-2 lead late in the second. Bentz. Morelli calling for it on a tee. Soons it in. Mack's got his second on a rocket from the line. So the Magicians get the power play goal and have themselves a 3-2 lead heading into the third period of play. And then we get into the second period of play. Then we get West Fargo tying the game at 3-3. This was an even strength goal. Bryce Mattern and Brody Medina are in on the Bedker goal. This comes at 13:58, and this 3-3 hockey game also had Mattern tying the all-time points record for a single season with Mike Peluso with his 99th point of the year. This is how it sounded here at the Ralph. Mattern across the slot, sends it back door. Oh, what a play to Bedker. Mattern has tied Mike Peluso's record all-time. Oh, my goodness. West Fargo ties it at 3. That's where we stood after the second. Into the third we went. A lot of highlights in this one, isn't there? That's because it was a good hockey game. In the third we went. Yeah, Modern High got the go-ahead goal, even strength. It was Easton Panasuk and Mac Morelli that set up Finley Bance. And Finley Bance puts it into the net at 2:56 of the third. That gave Modern High a 4-3 lead here in this hockey game. One that they wouldn't look back on. That last play after the offsides, Bedford put it into the Modern High goal. The Magi didn't like that much. Here's a drive from Finley Bance. He shoots and scores. Finley Bance gives the Magi the lead. And then we saw Devin Keller go berserk in goal for Modern High. And by berserk, I mean he put up a brick wall on the state's top producer, Mattern, trying to pass Mike Peluso's mark of 99. He had it tied. But Devin Keller with back-to-back stops here, the highlights of the saves of the game. They're also with Giel. This is a power play here for the Magi for the next 51 seconds. Mattern's in, shorthanded. Mattern out in front of the net. Oh, Keller robbed him on the play. What a save from Devin Keller. Keller makes the first stop there, and one of many here in this hockey game tonight. This is back-to-back moments later as Mattern's robbed again. Over the center stripe. Panasuk upended there by Scarry. Mattern's all by himself. Mattern's in with it. Keller stoned him again on the play. Back-to-back saves from Devin Keller. And Modern High's hanging tight. They get a goal from Hudson Cope to make it 5-3. And this goal from Cope was a big one. Even strength, unassisted tally at 4:57 of the period. However, the Magi man advantage has been good. Here's Cope on angle, down, fire, save, rebound. Cope gets it, he tucks it in on the wraparound. Cope gives Minot the 2-goal cushion at that point, and then it's West Fargo that turned on the nitrous, but it was Devin Keller that turned up the excellence, and Keller makes another save on Mattern. Here's one of the primetime opportunities late in the game with under 7 to go. 5-3 lead. Packers have offense that's like a rattlesnake. Here's the young man that could do it. Mattern's in by himself, trying to tuck it through. It's right at the goal line. Mattern thought he scored. He did not, right to the goal line. Oh, what a play that was. Mattern thought that he had the record and the game back within 1, but Keller made the save on the play with the help from the D-man, and that's how the rest of the game shakes out for highlights. It was save after save for Keller. Mattern had some chances late to the contest at the empty net. It didn't matter. They hang on to a 5-3 lead for the win here today. In total, 29 shots were fired for the Magi. 27 were fired for West Fargo. And the netminder Jacobson ends up having a 24 save performance here today. Keller makes 24 saves in the contest, and Keller was sensational here today, no doubt about that. The power play for West Fargo went 1 for 3. Monmouth's power play went 3 for 3 on the ServPro man advantage. Score after the first, Monmouth led 3-2. It was 3-3 after 2, and when it was all said and done, it was 5-3 Monmouth High School. Magi improved to a record on the year and end their campaign again at 25-2. West Fargo falls to a record and ends their campaign at 18-8. Mac Morelli becomes the all-time leading point getter in Monmouth High School history with his performance here today. And Bryce Mattern ties Mike Peluso for his performance in a single season with 99 points in a single year. We saw greatness today at the Ralph, and we saw the Magi end up with another third-place trophy here at the State High School Hockey Tournament. Wow. MVP of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips, home to the MVP haircut experience. Find them in Bismarck and Monmouth or online at sportclips.com. I've got the app. It's quick and convenient. They do a fantastic job. No doubt about it today, my MVP, Devin Keller from Monmouth High School. He was tall in this hockey game. The netminder for the Magi selected as the Sport Clips MVP of today's game. Time for our move of the game, brought to you by Magic City Home Leisure. Magic City Home Leisure, for all you sauna and spa enthusiasts. If you're on the fence about getting a hot tub, I'm telling you, you should do it. You won't be disappointed, and when you do, use Magic City Home Leisure. They will take care of you. They've got over 200 Google reviews that are 5 out of 5 stars at Magic City Home Leisure. Now for today's move of the game. Over the center stripe. Banasuk upended there by Scarry. Matterns all by himself. Matterns in with it. Keller stoned him again on the play. Devin Keller, not only the MVP, but in my mind, he had the move of the game on back-to-back breakaway stops on Bryce Mattern in this contest, helping Minot hang on to a 5-3 victory. Big thanks once again to all those tournament sponsors, including our friends at Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, Evolution Completions, People's State Bank, Broadway Pharmacy, Century Eyewear, Duffy's Hockey and Sports, Central Sales, Bobcat Hockey, Dickinson Hockey Boosters, Tollefson's Carpetland celebrating 100 years, the Minot Blue Line Club, GoalieGloveGuide.com, and Lamoureux Hockey. Hockey season comes to an end, but we are moving and grooving with high school basketball. Catch all the postseason coverage on PSP Plus. We'll also have digital radio coverage of the Super A boys and girls, the State B boys, the State A boys, and the girls. All right around the corner. WDA basketball starts next week on the PSP Network and PSP Plus. Hope you join us for that. Giant thank you once again to all the sponsors that make this possible. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. Big thank you to Bob Gillen from highschoolhockeynd.com. Congratulations once again to Bob for going into the North Dakota Hockey Hall of Fame here this year. Much deserving for his work at highschoolhockeynd.com. Big thank you to all the coaches, players, and staffs involved in this year's hockey coverage for taking the time to help us promote the kids on the PSP Network. And as always, the biggest thank you goes out to the military men and women from across the globe serving our great country, the United States of America. God bless our servicemen and women, active and veteran status. God bless America. Final one more time from the Ralph. Minot High wins 5-3. There's one game left inside of the state. This one was for third. The next one's for first. That's Red River and Central. Later on tonight here at the Ralph, Girls Championship comes up next here on this same ice surface. But that does it for our hockey coverage here in 2025. It's been a fun ride, as it always is. Nothing like high school hockey in our great state. Till next year, if you join us for high school basketball as soon as right now on PSP Plus. Hope you have a great weekend. Whatever you do, have a great night, and God bless. Back to Finley Vance. Morelli calling for it on a tee. Soons it in. Max got his second on a rocket from the line. Oh, baby, what a goal.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.